The one for New York Rangers.
Oh, Mark
Thatcher.
Messier.
No, Thatcher.
Thatcher played for the Rangers. I don't recall.
Yeah, has bro. When they won, he was there with Messi when they won the Stanley in
Oh,
'94.
most of the guys I remember from that team were like Adam Graves, Mike Richter.
They only know
Obviously,
Graves from when didn't he play for the Blackhawks?
no, I played for the Sharks when I was in high school, but he won a Stanley Cup with the Rangers back in '94.
I remember that season.
Yeah, Mark Messier called that championship. He was a baller for that. That's
I
the last.
forgot they played the Vancouver Canucks.
Yeah. Pavel Bure. See, Punch knows hockey.
My bad. That's what I was trying to say, Punch. I was trying to say good off hockey. Give me another name. I was
Well,
gonna
I
say
thought
Oh,
that
he remembers who the Rangers played in the Stanley Cup final in 1994.
no. I just
That's
said my
that's
bad. I
that,
said my
that's
bad.
pretty good, man. I know a lot of
Nope.
I
people that
thought
wouldn't be able to.
I figured J Wax might know them then.
Well, I knew Scott Stevens. I didn't think you would know any win. That's why I was gonna say Emmett Smith. That's all I was gonna say. Just
Ah,
6 foot,
Scott
225. Just I thought you would
Scott
know about it. I didn't know
Scott
you'd know hockey.
Scott Stevens
question.
was this fucking mean enforcer type defenseman. He was also the captain of the New Jersey Devils.
My bad, home
He,
Stewart. My
he,
bad.
he basically decapitated Paul Correa in the 2003 Stanley Cup. If you look up the hit that Scott Stevens put on, he would get sent to prison today for that hit.
That's why I text. That's why I texted you right now. So, my apologies. Did not know you knew hockey.
Oh, you asked me for my cash app. Well, you
Nice.
ain't got it. My cash app for the apology.
Stealing Herman's gimmick, huh?
No, I mean, hey, I ain't gonna lie. I know most of these people because I played NHL '94. Like I know your people, J. Well, Adam Oates.
Who was the
Look at you, Adam Oates, Ray
hey, who
Borg,
was
Ray Borg, Cam Neely.
Milan.
I know this motherfuckers, man.
Cam Neely?
Yeah, we go to.
Jesus.
I'm gonna go to hockey games like Brasso, asshole.
BC said name 5 cities in China.
Remember that day?
Tom Barrasso. Hey, Punch. Who
There's
was
only,
the
there's only
chief?
three. Tell BC
I don't
only
know.
three cities in
Who
China.
was?
You telling me that shit? I'm like, I don't know. I was just naming shit like
No. I was gonna say who was the cheat code in NHL '94?
oh, Jeremy Roenick.
You learned. It was like
That
Bo
was my
Jackson.
team. I always get the one timers with him.
It was like Bo Jackson level too. Like
Punch, you see? I sent you a picture, Punch. You see the picture I sent you, Punch?
Oh, hold on.
Actually, Jesus Christ.
it's your cash. It's his cash app link.
What the fuck?
Oh,
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Barrasso.
That was great. Yeah.
Ron Hextall, remember him?
which
Flyers.
which
those
team
are
had like
flyers.
the best music? Dun, 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 dun. Was that not the Montreal Canadiens, but it might have been that team that left, went to fucking
The Quebec Nordiques.
yeah. Then they had like the best
They
music.
became Colorado. They became the Avalanche.
No, I'm
Yeah,
talking about they had like the best.
They brought Rafael Devers Player of the Week.
Hell yeah, he's about to win it again.
You keep having Colorado pitched him, you know.
It's not easy to hit home. It's not easy to hit home runs in that park, man.
Well, it is when you have Colorado pitchers pitching to him.
The air's not very dense up there. You know what I'm saying?
I know. That's why I'm surprised. Like pitchers go to, I mean, they give them all the money in the world. Why would you want to go there? You might get a next fat 5-year, 3-year, 4-year contract now. But what about the next one? It's kind of fucking gonna have that because the area is gonna skyrocket. I don't understand why pitchers went there. I don't. You know, you got like down
Troy,
to 40 home runs a year. That's. But I mean, after that, what happened?
Troy Tulowitzki used to say the same thing. I don't know why pitchers would come here.
Yeah,
Off the record, he said it.
Yeah.
Tulo was a beast, man.
Schmidt said Pesci and Bambi wrote beautiful letters to one another. It was a match made in heaven. I don't write letters, kid.
Yesterday, Pesci asked me how to spell trailer, Schmidt. He ain't writing dipshit.
The DIP. I want to see Billy Sells come in here. That's what I want.
Oh, he'll be.
Yeah.
Right now.
Hey, he's coming.
I'm saying my piece first. I need total silence when I'm doing it.
You
No
can say your
problem.
piece all you want, bro. I didn't say you weren't. I wasn't shutting you down. I want you to know that I fucking agree with you 100%. When I saw that comment, people, let's donate. What? And I commented, my comment didn't go through. I'm like, fucking, I screenshot it, but it didn't go through.
Yeah. He tried to comment on Boland's show tonight.
Yeah, no, I did. I screenshot it, but to see if it went through. But it didn't, though. I'm gonna see what.
And block. And make another one, dickhead.
Yeah, it's Billy Sells, stop giving money for a fucking dead dog's leash. Who sells a dead dog's leash? But it didn't go through.
I'm trying to see if I can find the
No,
line.
I'm gonna say it very. I'm gonna say my piece very slow, because I want him to be able
You have to.
grasp the words. No need to shout to get this point across.
Excuse me.
Let it all out. See, Tears for Fears.
He doesn't have a live. He doesn't have the
Yeah.
I'm even
line.
gonna hit him with the line "Reverend's devastated."
He doesn't have live
Mommy,
chat
mommy.
replaying on his
Does
show.
mommy know? Does mommy
Why
know?
not?
Mommy? For
Well,
Boland?
I hate to say I kind of predicted this. I never liked the feel from the beginning.
You did. You did.
um,
I didn't want the kid to hurt himself. That's all. I wanted to
Schmidt's
help
the
him.
one.
I don't want to give him money away.
Schmidt in one of his drunken fucking. I'll just send Billy a link. Like Jake Hudson.
Oh, I think that's why. Yeah.
I'm like, thanks, Schmidt, and then you don't see Schmidt for like 7-8 days, but we're gonna see Billy every day. And then one day he
Boland
came in
doesn't-
there
I
and
don't
he
know
was
how-
talking about people killing themselves. I'm like, this is Jake Hudson all over again. I didn't sign up for this. You got to be funny like Jake at least, and he don't have that side.
I thought I could explain to him, stop giving money. I thought he would listen. I truly did. I thought he was going to listen in.
No.
I thought it was. I mean, you can say no all you want now. I thought he was going to. You know, I was wrong.
This is a guy who's been getting played by fake.
Well, no,
female
here's the
Facebook
weird part of the
accounts.
story,
No.
though. Here's the actual weird part. He typed that in the message. I'm not giving them anything, and then typed some bad things. They came in our Discord and said some things, and then directly went over there and said that. My thing is, if you're doing it with that, something I don't care about, what if it was shit that I actually cared about? I don't like the look of that.
Oh, well, he's definitely, without a doubt, if he has an opportunity to be a double agent, he could be, without even knowing he's doing
No,
it.
he's not. He's not.
No, even if he wasn't. No, I said he could be a double agent. I never said anything in front of him like they would give him. Like if he was a double agent, he would be like fucking Donnie Brasco without them getting anything.
No, I don't.
He know Pesci's over there. They said something about money. Can you imagine him trying to?
Let me back up. First of all, if he was, he wouldn't know he's doing it. Is he capable of doing it? No, he wouldn't know he's doing it. I'm only saying he would say something without knowing it, and then think he's doing Boland solid without knowing he's doing solid by dry snitching and saying something that makes Boland happy without knowing it. But yet he would listen to it, not look for it. Is he doing it intentionally? No. Would he do it if Boland asked him? Yes. And no, Pesci, you're not saying anything. Neither anybody is. But if I said, hey, don't give Boland fucking money, he easily go there. Jay Walks saying, don't give you the money for a dead dog's leash. Why is he saying that? I don't know, Billy. Okay, I'll give you some money. That's all. So I thought I could help him. I was wrong.
No, you're right. And it's like Billy, the fact that we don't even know if he was telling the truth now. Did he actually pay him for this leash? You know, maybe the fact of the matter was Billy said to Kenny, "I'll give you $200 for a Cena picture and this and that," and the leash, and just never gave him the money that he claimed to give him or whatnot. I don't know. It's still fucked up either way. Boland for always taking advantage of someone slow.
Correct. That is most definitely something that's not cool, you know?
Bob condoning it, and then them even doing their cute little one-liners when they're trying to shit on him to make it seem like they got everything's fine. They're, Bob Vila and all this shit going on great.
Bob Vila.
Well, dude, he would talk like he was the Bob Vila of the Philippines. Like if I could make clips of them talking and just show it to a stranger and go, describe the two gentlemen in this video, and you would think that they were fucking saving Jesus. My favorite part is one time Kenny made a couple hundred and he threw this line in. What a line this was. I just like helping people. Like, yeah, you just like helping people, huh, Ken? You once charged me $40 for a poster after you made thousands that week. That's bullshit, Ken. What did
Boston, how about
say,
Emerson,
Schmidt?
Lake, and Palmer? How about that? Is that a good that few? Emerson, Lake, and Palmer? No,
Oh, I
that's
thought
not
I
good.
heard
That's an
Schmidt.
old school.
What'd you say, Jacob? My bad. I thought that was Schmidt.
I was gonna ask you. Well, no, I was gonna tell you. The reason I think Bambi's not live streaming very much is I think she has to have her camera off most of the time because I don't know if she's just got too much shit on her computer or what, but her
No, she
service.
kind of came clean a little bit. I think she smokes weed. She's in an illegal state. I think that pairs her
No,
out.
and I know she does that, but she's got a medical license and shit. Like she's allowed to smoke weed.
Sure.
But she smokes a shit ton of weed. But yeah, I think it's her camera quality and shit. Like I don't know if you saw how much she lags, like whenever camera is on.
There was times where she would talk and I didn't realize she was talking. It looked like she was just looking at me frozen.
Yeah, no, she used to have a way better quality internet, and I don't know what happened, but that's when she
get the ghosts. Did the ghosts are fucking with their settings? No,
I don't know. If she does have ghosts following her, it's probably her fucking dead husband.
I just don't. My thing is, she was basically explaining a story straight out of The Conjuring that I just watched the other day with the demon and the fucking.
Yeah, but it's true. But it's true. Like her. Okay, so she didn't open up too much about everything. Like Baby's got some wild stories, and she just didn't really tell you that many of them. But
And so I almost made myself laugh during that part when I said, and usually I never make myself laugh, but it was when she was fucking talking about the priest and she made a call. And I go, take me through that phone call. And then I, like, right after that, I had to cover my mouth because I had to stop myself from laughing because I thought she would go into better detail with the phone call. Like, yeah, I called the priest and I said it was a demon or whatever the fuck. And
well, the priest telling the kids 5 times they cannot have sexual intercourse. I thought it was a great 5-time felon play of words.
Yo, you guys want me to? There's a wild video. So there's a news story that Bambi's in. It's a local news story. I don't remember how I got the video footage, but somebody sent it to me. And her kid, I don't know how many years ago this was. Basically, her 2-year-old was out by itself and like drowned in a puddle. And her neighbor, like, dude, she's got so many wild stories. She didn't tell you anything. There's this kid named Brewski who's friends with Square and all these other people, and she invited him to her house, and they just started fucking. I guess they just like became a couple. She met him on the internet, and he just showed up over there and started like living with her and shit. Like she's got some fun stories. She just didn't open up.
Did you say her 2-year-old was out by herself? Her 2-year-old?
Yeah, her 2-year-old was out
by herself.
Yeah, well, at least that's what the newscast.
Yeah.
And drowned in a puddle, but I guess the neighbor heard him, and he was like an off-duty paramedic, and like saved the kid. And then they flashed to Bambi, who does like an interview on the thing, and it's definitely her. Yeah, I can show you guys the newscast.
I know. I believe I'm just saying that's some great parenting skills. That's all.
Like, just be like, yeah, somebody sent me this. What the fuck is this? Like this newscast.
My favorite part of the night was Jacob's like, she's got tons of trolls and we didn't even get one.
No, I know. It's because they didn't know you were over here.
I thought she shared it out. She goes, you don't mind if I tweet it out, do you? And I go, no, go for it. Run it.
Schmidt says he kicked him from the Discord, by the way.
Kicked who?
You know.
That was kind of dumb.
Well, I like how Servat picked up one of his own accounts. That was very clever again tonight. Bossman, Ingve Malmsteen, Bossman, Ingve, Deep Purple, Jeff Beck, any of those?
Oh. No.
No, all right, okay.
You know what? You can just do Sister Christian again.
Okay, well, you know what? You asked for it. I got it right here, Night Ranger. Hold on. Okay, I got it right here. Night Ranger. I pulled the album out. Pick the picture. MCA Records. It was 1983. First song is "You Can Still Rock in America." You can still rock in America. You can still rock in America. You can still rock in America.
Music.
But that's you have to do encore. Put your lighters up or your phones out or contribute to my pickup.
I don't even know what the hell. What? Yeah,
Dude, stick
motherfuckers
to
talking about.
DJ Screw. Stick to DJ Screw or whatever that is. This is Night Ranger. Right, this is
How about some Billy Squire?
He said stick the DJ screw.
I have that.
And then I love this. Then Schmidt does that, and then
Motherfucker
I'm gonna
do
get
that
blamed
shit.
Oh,
for blocking him.
What's a Journey? Journey.
Or let's hear your journey.
Y'all on y'all Rio
Yeah,
Speedway
well,
and shit.
yeah, I can already hear the stream, Pesci. Well,
Love RSP.
I tried to join the Discord, but it disappeared from my screen.
Yeah, I got
Yeah,
that.
good
Oh,
man.
don't know. Right,
Because of the word hello.
Deep Purple. Did I ask for Deep Purple? I'm just trying to think of some old bands that you might have rocked to. Ronnie James Dio. Is that Aerosmith? Jeff? Did I say Jeff Beck already?
BC
Some
says,
motherfucker
I'm
said he
not
didn't know who the
hey,
fuck
hey,
Fog that
Pesci,
was.
Pesci. BC says, I'm not afraid of nobody.
Yeah, I know.
Like a boss man didn't know who Foghat was. And he was like, "Who's that?"
Foghat. Jeez. I grew up in West Virginia, man. I didn't like crap. I didn't like that kind of stuff.
I mean, that
It's
kind
all
of
the
stuff.
same shit.
That kind of stuff. That's a racist comment. How about a Bon Jovi? Bon Jovi?
Oh, jeez.
I hate John Bon Jovi.
That's okay. Chicks like Bon Jovi, so I like Bon Jovi. That's all that matters. Girls had hair like him, boom. That's all that matters. Little Iron Maiden, and how about that?
Iron Man's chill.
Autograph, what Aerosmith, ZZ Top,
I
Triumph.
like some Top.
I didn't
I
ask
heard
that
one
one.
song
I
from
have.
ZZ
I
Top.
just I have. 38 Special. It's a good chick album. Yep. Bob Seger.
Working on the night move.
Oh yeah, Hollywood Nights, a little Wasp. I don't know why I bought that album.
I like
That
I
motherfucker.
went-
I
I
like
went to
that song,
the,
but he woke as fuck.
I went to the Bob Seger farewell tour.
How about some an Aussie album?
Yeah,
So live.
I mean, I like Sabbath.
Live Mr. Crowley. It's a disc that has never been opened. Picture. Mr. Crowley.
So basically, Schmidt just cost us all a promo by messaging Billy Sells. Thanks, Schmidt.
No, I'm
You
glad
drunk.
Smith messaged him. That's how you do it. You got to be honest. Because I was just going to be flat out and be like, well, Bill, here's the issue.
Molly Crew. What a Boston.
You can't
Italian.
just, you can't like lie 30 seconds later.
He said, I just told him, I'm sorry, Billy, but I can't.
I never didn't think he was not going back, but don't write in my chat, I'm done giving him this, I'm done that, and then say something
Yeah, just
mean about
don't
the
say it.
guy. Yeah, don't say
just
it.
don't say it. Yeah,
Because that's why I always used to crack that one joke. I used to be like, damn, when he'd put something about Kenny, I'd be like, Kenny, look at this. I never even did this. And we fucking sold me as Jack the Ripper.
Hey,
Dude, one time Kenny cut a hilarious promo on me. It was hilarious. But if you listen to the words he used, you would have thought, only because we knew who I am. But if you didn't know me, you would have thought I was a fucked up individual. He made me sound like I was taking corn from kids or some shit.
Porn for kids.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, that's a good analogy.
Bashing families. Bashing. Can we get some examples?
Those Pinots that hang over there on that channel don't care about kind. I wish Billy the best in his future endeavors. I wish you wouldn't have done that, Schmidt.
I might even tell him the Bolin doesn't want people in my Discord that are on that side of the fence. I like when I put Schmidt blame Trump and he goes, you know you like Trump, and I'm like, Kenny, I never voted.
You know you like Trump.
I never even gave a thought of Donald Trump ever in my entire life until me and Kenny did the clip show.
Eric Roman likes Donald Trump, Kenny.
Yeah, Eric Roman liked him, but that wasn't like Eric Roman would come over here and talk about Trump the whole time. He just was a fan. Eric Roman got a loan once, and he came in my house, and it was a loan he needed, and it got him right. And he opened the check up, and he goes, you can thank Trump for this. And I'm like, for real? And he goes, yep. That was what Roman said. Ever since that day, Roman's been a Trump guy, because that money helped change his life.
God bless him.
Schmidt said, I wish Billy the best in his future endeavors. Jesus Christ, Schmidt's off the rocker. How about Sir? Hey, my favorite was Servat banning Cole Brennan. How dare you?
That was kind of funny, wasn't it? Wasn't that kind of cute?
Well, it's not even if it wasn't him. Here's my issue. If you're not Cole Brennan, let's just pretend he's not. Why did Cole Brennan get blocked? He didn't even say anything bad.
He was on your show tonight.
Like, when Brad blocks Servat, it's pretty simple. If you make a bad comment about Brad and you don't have a wrench, you will get blocked. He used to say, that's one, and then he'll block you. If he never said anything about Jeep tires, Brad would have made comments. He's always got a comment, even if you don't bring them up. But it wouldn't have been as harsh as he is. Like, Brad has real disdain for that guy. And I'd like to say I'm confused, but I'm more like not shocked. Because the Jeep tires at this point was ages ago. I might have had hair when the Jeep tires comment was going around. And I don't care if Billy talks to Bolin. Just don't come over here acting like you're like, I don't know.
Anti-Bolin.
Yeah.
It's very simple.
Eric Roman got the Trump wristband made at Sandusky. And he goes, this is what was funny when we were walking up there. He goes, let's pay attention to her face when I say Trump. And he said Trump, and the woman no-showed it. You know, her face didn't flinch. It said Trump something, blah, 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 and she just made the wristband. I guess when you're paying fucking $40-something, I guess you don't give a fuck. You're just happy you sold a wristband. Because I would have never got one of those made. That was a waste of fucking money. He probably doesn't even have that bracelet anymore. Gonzo said, I'm glad I don't know what you're talking about. Well, Gonzo, we'll get you briefed real quick. Yesterday, your boy Big Bad Sellers came in and hit us with the old, I'm not giving Bolin any money, fuck him, da-da-da, blah, blah, blah. And, of course, I knew that was not true. But literally 35 seconds after he said it, he was telling Bolin, look, put me on the payment plan. I'm giving you the money here. We're good. Literally, he plays like he thinks like he has to like hide being cool in front of Kenny here, which he doesn't. But if you're the type of guy that's like lying within minutes like that, I'm good, I think. Like, even Jake's line got a little bad at times. But his lies had entertainment at times behind them.
Yeah. These motherfuckers paid $1,400 for a WWE Clash in Paris souvenir pin. Priority gold package. Fuck this. Dumbass motherfuckers out here. Shit.
My favorite was a motherfucker said, I'm doing a show. You turn on the show, he's sitting in front of his fucking TV watching NASCAR, not saying anything, with a remote in his hand.
I just want to come in and say hi, guys. Y'all have a good night.
Yeah, you
can't
can-
have my money.
yeah,
I'm giving it
be
to
Billy.
Billy.
You can be Billy.
Hey, Pesci. I just
Well, Smith
want
didn't
you
have to
know-
ban him from the Discord.
You gonna ban him? You better ban that other pussy ass motherfucker. What's his name? John Paul.
No, how I'm going to say it is, Schmidt had to remove a bunch of people. I'll be sending new links out when you guys earn it a couple months down the road. After I shit on him for the bowling thing. BC said, I'm live, Pesci. Yeah, Billy's actually best one-liners are not on a show. They're actually in the chat. I'm live, Pesci. I'm going to bed. And I'm back.
I'm back.
I'm just checking on Reverend Pesci. I'm aware, Billy.
Should take Schmidt's moderation privileges away on Discord so he can't accidentally add one of Bambi's trolls or something.
I always say Chris Schmidt and Brad are kind of like how if I was Keem, they would be Wings and Boogie, and you don't do your boys wrong. Some guys get the passes.
I like to think that Schmidt and Brad are just a little bit more honorable than Wings and Boogie.
I was just giving the analogy
Oh,
because Keem's really close to them.
Yeah, the panel example. I didn't ban him, I just blocked him. He's not banned. Whatever.
Oh, okay.
Barry
Yeah, we-
just blocked
yeah, we-
from entering.
Only fucking centerfold is Barry Windham. He's the only centerfold from the PWI magazines I still haven't got in this magazine that you fucking rip out. That's incredible. I'm not
Still got
incredible. but I
a
must-
friend suggestion on Discord from Brett the Hitman Hart.
Wow.
I don't know if that's real or not.
Yeah, you know what? The one
got
thing
funny-
Bambi
funny
kind of
blog.
reminded me of. Bambi when she was talking about Jake or whatever. That's the other reason why I know you can't be around Jake, because Jake, eventually he starts to over push what's wrong with him around certain people like fans or people
She
like
was
that.
100% right about him, yeah.
Yeah.
He was 100 about him, yeah, without a doubt. He's well pointed him.
He
Yeah.
just sweet dicking. That's it. Nothing harmless sweet dicking.
That's why I told her, I said, "What? It doesn't matter what you say after that. I at least know you have enough brain that you're comprehending shit." I
Yeah,
knew I
she
wasn't
knows.
up there with giggle pickles at that moment.
Well, she and she reminds me like of somebody. She can just read people well enough to be like, nah, I don't really want to fuck with that person. Like, I can already tell. Like she's been through the ringer enough where she doesn't like fucking around with certain people.
Do you know what she said before the show started?
What's that?
She goes, "You really think we'll do 2 hours?" And I go, "Oh yeah, without a doubt." And we did 3, I think.
Oh, nice.
You can always do 2 hours with somebody.
Especially if you've never met them before. Easy.
That was what
Yeah,
I was
I
trying to
didn't
do
know
with you
them,
on a show,
man.
Jay Walks. What I was doing with Bambi tonight, I wanted to do one of those with you and talk about the karate lady and shit like that.
What karate lady you talking about? Karate?
I'm just kidding. The guy that with Thunder tells the story of you getting fucking kicked in your head.
There's a girl who's the girl who was locked up.
He thought you were fighting some bitch from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
No, it was fucking Karate Kid. No, this girl's locked up, bro. She was needed to be restrained because she going crazy. That's all. Wasn't that's all? It cost me quite a bit, but no, it was Thunder. Yeah, Thunder.
Karate lady.
Yeah, I didn't know the Cleveland Browns had a female assistant general manager. No wonder y'all fucked.
It was probably just somebody Jimmy just gave a job to. She probably doesn't even get the fucking. Her job's to
Apparently
just drive and
DEI
get the
hasn't
check.
left Cleveland yet. Y'all got some DEIs in that motherfucker for real.
She's probably his intern, like one of Vince's.
Look, this is what she said about the quarterback situation. I said, just go back to the plan we have in place, acquiring as many valuable data points as we can on how they evaluate quarterbacks. That doesn't make no fucking sense at all. She's over there doing some Tony Khan shit.
The Browns' problem wasn't always picking their picks. It's always who they picked. At times, they would pick a guy. There's a difference between a guy that could play football and a guy that gets picked, like what Johnny Manziel was saying the other day. Justin Gilbert got drafted before him by us. That is really, and Johnny's right. We're always going to point out the Johnny pick that year, but they should have clowned on the Justin Gilbert pick because the Browns actually were drafting in top 4, possibly 3. They traded back so they could have 2 picks in the first round. Johnny at 16, Justin Gilbert at 9. When they drafted Justin Gilbert, the first thing I said is, I don't even know who the fuck that is. And he's the 9th pick in the draft. I've never not known the top 10 picks in the fucking draft. And I'm like, red flag. That guy didn't even see the field that year. And when he did, they had to take him out quick because it was that bad. And you put Manziel on top of that, and those were our first 2 20, top picks in the 20 picks. That's why Browns were never good. I was never surprised they went 0-16. The writing was on the wall when Sasha got rid of all the players, and I said, "Oh, I'd be shocked if they won 3 games this year," and they won 0. I was saying that when they were 5-0 in the preseason or whatever they were, 4-0, when they were still 4 games. They actually won every one of their preseason games. I'm like, this team, that won't translate to the regular season. Because they were playing,
you were pretty close when you predicted that season. 3 wins.
No, I'm not lying about this. I'm being dead truthful.
No, I know.
The year the Browns went 0-16, after the year they only won 2 games, when I saw he was getting rid of all that talent, not bringing in one guy, and we drafted a quarterback, but it wasn't like a name. But they brought in just a bunch of nobodies, and they cut Joe Hayden for no reason, and he was our city legend. It was obvious that the Browns were cool with losing. Because here's the thing. They had a bunch of draft picks that year. They went 0-16. Every player Sasha picked, the Moneyball guy, was a bad pick. Not even a player that you could use. They were drafting guys that couldn't make it on the field. That's why the Browns have started so many quarterbacks. Because everybody would just get hurt, and they just had to bring a bunch of idiots on. They're bringing guys on for 1 game, and they would count that as, well, the Browns have had another starting quarterback. That's what I said. We'll see Dion this year. We're going to see him. I'd be shocked if Joe Flacco plays every game. I know Stefanski fucking loves Joe, but fucking I don't see Joe going every game. So that means Gabriel's going to be next man up. And if he doesn't shine, if you're a bad team, they're going to take a look at everyone. So Shador will play.
Hey, did y'all see Bill Belichick's girlfriend on the sidelines?
Yeah.
That shit was embarrassing. Like,
Don't talk
bitch,
about it. I don't care if you like him or not. Don't talk about Belichick like that at all.
I like how
Hey, any-
professional Belichick used to be, and now he's got his girlfriend 29 years younger than him dancing on the sideline.
That's okay.
no, she act
40
like she's like
40
the assistant
years
coach.
younger than him.
Yeah, she's like 24 or 25.
I don't even think
She's,
it's bad that he's going out with this girl, like bringing her around. Like, come on, Bill, don't you got a little polish, bro? You're a fucking 6-time Super Bowl winner. You got some fucking cheerleader, fucking
He's gonna
dressed up
die
like a
soon.
football
Doesn't
player out
matter.
there.
He's gonna die real soon.
No, but she's walking around like she's the team owner and shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Don't care.
I
Do you want to see me? Don't. Belichick is a god. No.
I believe he's
Yeah,
an
she's 24 years old.
I believe he's an 8-time Super Bowl winner.
Thank you, sir. Those last two don't matter. It could be 10. The ones we gave to the Giants were just because.
I thought it was funny that Belichick and his girlfriend have launched their own jewelry line and calling it Gold Digger. I thought that was cheeky. He's embracing it. And this guy, he probably knows he's only got like 10 years to live. He's like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
That's what
exactly.
he's not going to beat.
Don Shula.
Who's that fucking? Yeah, Don Shula's
Shula.
record. They're going
Who's
to make
that?
sure
don't
of
care
that.
about Don Shula. We don't care about Don Shula. Don Shula
Yeah,
was
but
old.
Who's that
Nobody will ever
no-name?
be-
That no-name head coach for the Dolphins back in the day.
I wouldn't call him no head coach, but I mean, he played in the
Nah,
easiest
yeah.
eras of all time.
I don't know anything about Don Shula other than he has the only undefeated season in football history.
You're worse than that
Okay.
motherfucker.
That's all I know.
Here's-
That's
What
all
was
I
that
know.
year?
That's all I know about him. That's
Okay,
all I know
Barkley,
about him.
Who's
Listen,
who's
Barkley.
the strong safety, the baby strong safety guy? Well, he played defense. He always wore the goggles like Kareem.
Name 5 players on that undefeated team, Barkley.
Who was the baby? Oh, the
Yeah.
safety. When he was 17 0, they were going to cheat.
Hey, can
always
I give you
claim to
5
fame.
cities in China instead?
I know I've said this to Barkley before, but I learned a lot about Barkley's sports knowledge when he didn't know who Ricky Waters was, and he's fucking
Yeah.
a Bay Area claimer. That would have been the
Yeah, but
equivalent to me not knowing
Ricky-
who Paul Sipe is.
Ricky Waters played for the 49ers when I was like 4 years
Paul
old.
Sipe played for the Browns before I had a pulse.
I didn't report on Ricky Waters.
Report, you should still, if you're a fan like of your team, the way you said you were a fan, don't matter if you're reporting, you know the players. Like
You know
I
who
could see
Joe
old Browns
Montana
like
is.
Leroy. I could name players Leroy Horde. We had a fucking receiver named Michael Jackson. Dude, I could go on for
No,
days
Jackson,
about
no.
Browns guys.
You know who
He's-
Gary Plummer is, Barkley?
He's
I
saying
don't know what the
I
point
just said
is
you
that you're
can't
trying
claim
to
to be a diehard. We just know you're a casual fan than diehard.
good battery.
because I
Diehard
didn't-
definitely knows who Ricky Waters is. That's fact.
The running
Yeah,
back.
this is a Browns
Philadelphia.
fan speaking on
Philadelphia.
behalf of the 49ers, by the
Yeah,
way, so
without a
whatever
doubt.
whatever
Ray-
that's worth.
a 49ers fan that doesn't know Ricky Waters?
It
You
doesn't
can't
sound like-
claim to be a die. That would be like me claiming to be a diehard and not know who Leroy Horde was.
Okay, if that's your opinion,
Okay,
that's
so Barkley,
fine.
Barkley, here's Don Shula when some of his coaches went up to clean out the visitors' press box. Or no, they went to the visitors' press box they're gonna call the plays, and in the trash can were the plays for the team that was there the week before, and Miami had them coming up. So they took all the plays to Shula and said, "Look, coach, we have all their plays."
And that's how you won. It's
And-
okay.
and-
It's okay.
And no, and Shula said, "Throw them away. We don't play like that." You tell me Belichick wouldn't have kept those plays?
He did keep because Don Shula taught him that. He did keep them. Yes. Nothing wrong with that.
Shula threw them away. play.
He's
I'm
like
not even
gone.
gonna.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not. But I'm not even gonna pretend like the landscape that Bill Belichick
Okay.
coached in and the landscape that Don Shula coached in were like the same, bro.
Yeah.
Bill Belichick didn't do anything that the other 31 other coaches were also doing. He just did it the best, so he got punished for it. Like it's the same thing with the 2018 Red and the 2020 ass alleged cheaters, you know. They're
Shula
all
was a
cheating.
better coach than Belichick.
You telling me that the Houston Astros want to banging? Give me a break.
No, and there's nothing wrong with being a casual fan.
I don't know what you would define it like since you've known me. For example, I attended an NFC championship. If that's what a casual fan does, then sure. Call me a casual fan.
No, but if you were a
We-
diehard, you know the history. You know who the fuck Ricky Waters is.
Well, the analogy I gave you was my version of, like, for example, you are an authority on. I'm a 49ers fan, but my version I would be an authority on would be the San Jose Sharks.
There you go.
Ask me who the captain of the San Jose Sharks.
And I never denied that. I just,
Yeah.
the one time you said something along the lines of, I'm a huge Niners guy.
Yeah.
And there was a couple guys you didn't know about. And I'm like,
Sure.
well, a true, if you went and asked a real life Niners fan, and I don't know any, they would probably have to side with me to an extent. Because Ricky Waters was a part of a good team.
It's crazy because
And-
nobody ever talks about him. They never
And
have
Chris
him.
Chris Berman even said Ricky running Waters.
He won a Super Bowl with Seifert.
Yeah,
Punch on?
94.
Oh.
I guess
Yeah,
the Chargers.
then there's really no excuse for that. That's the last Super Bowl we won.
Yeah.
Jordan,
They killed the Chargers.
Then he went to Philadelphia.
The head coach
Now,
of that team, George
Browns
Seifert.
players I don't know, but if you were an impact player, I know you.
Yeah,
And Ricky Waters was, like they just said, Super Bowl winning. I think he started when they beat the Chokers. I think he played in that Super Bowl. And there was a lot of running in that Super Bowl because the Niners had them done in the first quarter. The game was over. I bet a lot of money on the 49ers. Stan Humphries overachieved. He got lucky. The team that was supposed to be in the Super Bowl was the Minnesota Vikings. They were loaded. And they only fucking weren't in there because of a fluke fucking play that got the Chokers in.
Well, no,
Stan
that
Humphrey.
they got nothing to do with it. That's totally different. No, it's the Steelers that should have been in there. That's who the Chokers beat.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Steelers.
They're
Minnesota,
AFC.
that's an NFC.
No, yeah. I'm
There's
thinking of
always the
the
Cowboys and the
I'm thinking of the
49ers
Atlanta
and the
Falcons
fucking-
Super Bowl. The Atlanta Falcons Super Bowl when they played Denver. That was the year the Minnesota. A couple of years Minnesota was supposed to be in there. But that was one for sure. Randall
head
Cunningham
coach-
came there for 1 year, and he played like his old self. And they brought Warren Moon in, too. It was like, oh, yeah. And Warren still could throw. He had to come out and play a game and win a game for him. And then they got Culpepper.
The head coach of that 94 Niners team, George Seifert, he just passed away about 2 weeks ago.
God rest his soul.
Talking about walking into a cush job, man.
Well, he was a Walsh assistant, though. You know,
I know.
He knew the system.
Yeah, you can't punish him for that because that would be like when Freddie Kitchens came to the Browns and we had Odell
I'm
and
not punishing him. I'm
Kareem and
just saying
fucking
he
Mariota and Torio.
It was all set up.
On the theme of Bill Belichick, and I think I've said this before. I challenge you to tell me what Bill Walsh did that Bill Belichick didn't do, because where I come from, Bill Walsh is regarded as a top 5 coach in the history of the NBA. Huh?
Did he not cheat on his wife?
I don't know, but Bill Walsh invented the West Coast offense, right?
Yeah,
And the biggest insult that I can remember during his career that people said about Tom Brady was that he was a system quarterback. Okay, well, so was Joe Montana. So was Steve Young. These guys
didn't Joe Bill Walsh coach under Don Coryell at San Diego State?
I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure he did. That's where he learned the offense.
That's probably back in the fucking 1950s or something.
Probably the 70s. Eric Coryell.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, Bill Belichick was regarded up there with the Vince Lombardis and the John Madden, people of that ilk, because he was a brilliant system coach who had game plans that used players in really unorthodox fashions. You know, what did Bill Belichick do? He had systems that used players in places they remember what he used to do with Julius.
Yeah, we had two great players.
At one time, New England drafted great defensive players for how deep they were drafting. They were drafting better than the Browns were, and the Browns were in the beginning of the draft. Meaning they were getting more value out of their players.
That defense with Julius Peppers was.
What about Willie McGinnis
scary.
and all those players, Jaywalk? You had Willie McGinnis. You had fucking Vrabel.
You got to give me a couple of
the
guys
other dude.
10 years.
Vince Wilfork.
Hey, you can give me 10. You can give me over 10, 12 years. You probably give me 10 players, but I consider that a great
Now,
draft.
I will say you're right on offensively. They didn't draft Dick ever.
Oh yeah, the receivers are horrible.
What's crazy was Tom Brady turned what's his name into a superstar.
Parcells.
He turned Troy Brown into a superstar, and who was the other guy? Brand? Wasn't his last name Brand?
Edelman turned into a superstar.
Wes Welker. Wes Welker
Welker was a 5'8" over the
Who was? It was some guy like named Brand.
No one
I
wanted
think,
Randy Moss, Corey Dillon.
In that second, and I'll never forget it. In that second Super Bowl that they lost to the Giants.
Who's the guy who came up from the Chargers?
Wes Welker set.
They did Brady.
Record.
They did. The only thing they did shady to Brady is they never drafted a receiver for him.
But they got
Randy Moss.
Yeah, Randy Moss. I was about to say
he wasn't drafted. He was picked up as a free agent.
I know, but they gave him.
That draft's horrible. That draft is horrible.
But yeah,
Belichick was getting tired of Randy after a couple seasons. As I said, that was bullshit when they got rid of him.
What you got to remember, and this is fatal about the Micah Parsons trade. I was like, yeah, those are two picks, but the Packers aren't going to be going 10-6 or whatever. Those picks are gonna be in the 20s. If you're winning Super Bowls like the Patriots were, I don't think you can draft that well to begin with.
My thoughts is if you're Dallas and you're trading a player of Micah's caliber, you're not getting any closer to the Super Bowl.
No, as long as you got the tuck rule and deflate gate, you'll be all right. You'll win.
But he's okay. But listen, it's such an oxymoron because if you deflate a football, no matter how much you once you take air out of a ball, it slows it down through the air. Doesn't matter if it's a basketball or a football, it
was his grip.
I'm the wannabe lawyer, right? I read circuit court case, and they literally said that it was more likely than that Brady knew the balls were deflated. Okay, so what does that prove? It doesn't prove anything except what we already know. If you deflate a ball and then throw it in the air, it is going to travel slower.
Well, it's not that. I mean, it's not where he could squeeze it.
Wait, I'll try to turn on
the tuck rule. I'll give you the tuck rule. I'll give you the tuck rule. Really, you never hear me say it again.
Yeah, tuck rule is bullshit. I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
And Brady, they did a 30 for 30.
He still had a good season that year, even if you knock him out of the Super Bowl. He still had a good season.
Good boys.
I don't know why we're trying to punish players and coaches that had some bad years. Like, at the end of the day, if Bill Belichick wanted a job to do some kind of coaching, he's capable. Let's not act like the guy can't coach. Like, Thunder would make you think like he should have been working at McDonald's.
Like I said, those 80s Giants that should tell you something. I don't know shit about Ricky Waters, but I know about those fucking Giants defenses. And who was the architect of them?
I remember when they put Jeff Hostetler in, and I believe that was one of the first Super Bowls I ever bet on, and it was because my uncle asked me if I wanted to put my Christmas money, and I lost on because Jeff Hostetler won. I bet against Jeff Hostetler. I was like 6 or however young I was. I was like, "There's no way Hostetler wins." He was the backup. I thought he was I thought he was a Fabio. He came in. He played
Where did
like
he-
fucking. He played great, and I never saw him
Oh, good
again.
boy.
Where did he play college ball?
I honestly I forget, but it's in my head.
Virginia. West Virginia.
Yeah, I thought it was one of those.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, what's not West Virginia? What's West
Hillbilly
Virginia's
schools.
rival?
He was a good Pitt.
Virginia Tech. I thought he played for Virginia Tech.
He's a decent quarterback.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet
You guys ever
on,
heard of Dr. J? You ever heard of
I
Dr.
bet on
J?
the one Virginia team that's got the blue helmet. I bet on them a million times. I've lost some big
Vander-
money on them too.
Is that
Michael
Vanderbilt?
The Cavaliers.
Yeah, the ones that got the one that what's his name played for. What was that guy's name? He's still a quarterback in the NFL. The black dude played for Seattle last year, and now he's
Geno
somewhere
Smith?
else.
Oh,
He's
that's
on the
West
Jets
Virginia.
now.
That's West Virginia.
You talking about
West
Geno
Virginia.
Smith?
Gino,
Yeah, Geno Smith played for West
Hey,
Virginia.
he plays for the Raiders.
West Virginia is a team I bet on a lot. I've lost a lot of dude. It's crazy. Is right when you think West Virginia is gonna like have a great year, they start playing bad. Because I used to bet the shit out of them. They're a big city down there, or a big school. Like what's funny was I was growing up, teams like TCU were never on the radar yet. Like TCU and even
Well, it's a new
Clemson was
era.
bad for a long time. I remember
a
Clemson
new-
was bad. Gators and fucking Hurricanes were the shit.
It's a new era for college football because of NIL. A lot of other schools can compete now because they got money to pay.
Yeah.
Like look at what FSU did to Alabama last weekend.
What happened?
I
I didn't even see what happened.
They beat the shit out of them.
Florida State won?
Yeah.
Nice. College football is better when the Florida teams are good. I'm telling you. I know that sounds crazy, but when the Florida teams are good, college football's better.
They beat them 31-17.
Good for Florida State. It's about time.
Yeah, when I was growing up, the Knolls were always competitive. All those Florida teams, like you said.
To
the
be fair,
Gators.
Bama was always average before Saban. They had, they had a chance to win some shit, but back in early college football, if you lost one, you were done. And early Bama teams, they were going to lose one without Saban for sure.
Bobby Bowden was the coach of Florida State.
Yeah.
Where did he
Legend.
coach before that?
I don't know, Miami.
West Virginia.
Oh.
Fucking West Virginia.
This motherfucker got all he has is West Virginia trivia.
Well, that's where he's from.
That's what I'm saying.
Michael Vick played for Virginia.
Every time you guys mention Dana Carvey, talk about the Bay Area. Said the same thing about Jeff Gordon. I always mention if somebody's a Bay Area dude.
I would never bring up Dana Carvey.
You're crazy. That's why.
I just didn't think he was funny.
You ever heard Dr. J? You ever heard Dr. J? Dr. J? Louis Every? Anybody?
I think that was the guy that Ken Bolin taught how to play defense.
Fuck, I forgot, BC. Hold on, I'm firing it up, seeing if it works.
You the one that showed him that little dunk.
I might have hit it too late.
It's 8:59 right now.
Where Dr. J go to school? What college he go to?
West Virginia.
No.
No.
We'll get the second chance, though.
Not Rutgers.
You math, bro. You math.
UMass. Okay.
UMass,
I
no.
forgot. This is the UMass motherfucker, and this is the West Virginia. That should
UMass.
have a podcast together.
She didn't
UMass
even fucking turn
and
it
West
on.
Virginia. That way
Marcus
I could
Smart.
talk the history about both cities.
I don't think
Or both
anybody would listen to it.
cities.
I'd listen to it. I'd listen to it.
Then you have like the intro be like, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Feel it, feel it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Have you ever heard of Marcus Canby? Yeah, drop some like.
Sent you an invite.
I think even the non-basketball player heard of him.
You see?
Yeah.
I used to like him when he was playing for the Knicks.
I'm going to
UMass,
try to
bro.
follow basketball closer to this year with Michael Jordan doing games. I'm definitely going to watch that game weekly.
Who's that?
Michael Jordan's doing they're bringing back like the NBC game, the game he always played in. And he's going to be limited, obviously. But he'll be out there this year.
They don't bring back the music, then what's the point?
They did.
They need to have like if you remember when they did the see, they always had
Saying
like
you're banned from tournaments,
production.
BC.
Like they had like fucking storylines and shit. This new shit is like blah.
It's Dunk Week on the Supreme website, Jaywalks.
What I see? Something supreme. Besides that helicopter, I saw something else too. I think
The SB Dunks come out this week. I'm going for the purple ones.
Actually, what was your favorite era of college basketball?
I gotta admit, I didn't do college basketball. I don't know why. Never got into it. I think maybe partially because the Buckeyes always sucked. I would watch the tournament when you were younger. There was always a couple games, but I never had any knowledge.
Didn't Greg
I used to watch.
Oden-
I used to
Greg
watch it
Oden-
when Ewing was at Georgetown. I loved watching basketball then, but back then you didn't have games on every day throughout the week,
Yeah.
and it just became saturated. I
Did-
stopped
didn't-
watching.
Didn't Greg Oden win a national championship at Ohio State?
I think they lost, didn't they?
I don't know. I don't remember.
I thought they lost.
Well, you know,
They do a
number
good
20
job
pick.
promoting the Buckeyes. The football, of course, but the basketball. When I was growing up, I'm trying to think what channel I would have watched that on. Yeah, I tried to get into college, and then eventually, when I was trying to get into it, they started doing the one and dones. And I hated watching when you're like, oh, half the players aren't playing. I ended up losing some money because I bet on a team that I thought someone was playing. I don't even think the Buckeyes ever sniffed of fucking winning a national championship in basketball. I think we got maybe the Final Four before. It's about it.
Maybe someone with Odin, and I thought that
I don't think Odin won a championship. He got close,
No.
but
someone said I think they lost.
Odin, I
know.
remember not playing a lot too.
Yeah.
He packed it in. He was ready for the pros as soon as he walked through the door.
He was an ugly motherfucker, so I didn't pay attention to him.
It was like the Bosas. We were happy to have the Bosas at Ohio State. Eventually, they started sitting out. So we're getting ready for the pros. No offense.
Only from San Francisco, right? One of the Moses boys.
Nick plays for the Niners, yeah.
Where did Joey go?
They blocked him
Yeah.
Ricky Waters.
They lost in they Florida Gators beat them in the Natty for the Natty.
Yeah, we got beat by Urban Meyer's Gators before he came and coached us. He blew us out. And
No,
we
I'm
had a
talking
great
about
team too.
NBA.
Troy
I
Smith
mean,
was the
college
almost.
basketball.
Troy Smith might have either won the Heisman or he was up for the Heisman that year. He had a great year that year. And he ended up losing his starting job to Joe Flacco. Go figure. Small world. Yeah, Florida took the Ted Ginn took the opening kickoff back, and then Florida scored like 31 unanswered and blew us out of the water. You would
Austin,
have
who
you
Ted Ginn played for?
Yeah, jeez, Miami for a while.
Oh,
no.
And then the fucking
He's
dude-
talking about college.
No, we know. You just said Ohio State. He's talking about pro. And then he went on to win Super Bowl rings.
with who?
I thought he was a cowboy at one point.
It
No,
don't matter. It don't matter. It wasn't Miami. That's all.
no, he won. He won a couple Super Bowls, I think. Yeah, I was so pissed when they took him. He had a broken foot. And they took him.
No, who? Ted Ginn?
Yeah, and the
No,
coach.
Pesci's thinking about Terry Glenn.
No, Ted Ginn
We
played
told-
for
Ted Ginn.
Ohio State.
Yeah, I'm
No,
talking
I'm
about Ted
talking
Ginn.
about for the Cowboys.
Yeah, Terry Glenn
Oh.
also played. Yeah, Terry Glenn
He
also.
said, I think he played for the Cowboys. I think he's talking about Terry Glenn because
No,
he
I
played for
thought
the Cowboys.
you guys didn't have Ted Ginn on the Cowboys. Who drafted Ted Ginn? I don't think it was Miami.
Miami.
Oh,
Yeah.
they did draft
Terry
him.
Glenn got drafted by the Patriots. Then that from the Patriots, I think that's he got traded or he signed with the Cowgirls.
Yeah, and the trash. And the trash. Hey,
And the coach.
But that's when they had
Cam. He said
Ted
he was
Ginn's father's
friends
a
with
fucking
Ted
legend
Ginn.
in Cleveland.
The Miami coach was friends with Ted Ginn Sr. And when they draft him, he goes, "We're not just getting a football player; we're getting the whole family."
Pascal's wanted to get the groceries, so he wanted to get the whole groceries, not just pick up
Buy the
items.
groceries. They expect you to cook the meal. You should be able to buy the groceries.
Yeah.
He's
Mike Ditka traded the whole fucking world for Ricky Williams, not really.
Oh, stupid. That
he
was so
wanted.
dumb. I mean, Ricky was badass, but not the whole draft. Jeez.
Oh, I'll put on the game right now, BC. I was trying to fix something on my computer. No, Ted Ginn's father coaches one of the best high school football teams up here in Northeast Ohio still to this day, Glenville. You go to Glenville, you would think their players are so good over there, you would think they were already college players.
That had the best running back in the game.
You can bust for gambling or broads.
No, he had guns and weed. He had a car full of guns and weed, and he was a fucking hustler.
That's when he was in college.
Where he lived,
Too
that's
bad
where I
he-
went to prison at, was in Youngstown, the Yo. That was what I was thinking of. Tressel, I think, coached Youngstown.
Jim Tressel, yep.
The 94 Chargers had a couple guys that were like that out shooting guns, drinking. Dude,
Yeah,
you're going to the Super Bowl.
You can't top Aaron Hernandez, so I win.
Oh, jeez.
All they had was who? Nate Chalmers.
No, they had a good team.
Get out of that fridge, knuckle brain. You don't belong in the fridge. You're a
No,
dog.
they had a couple guys. I don't know if that was the year they had Michael Westbrook, but I don't even think the Niners were double-digit favorites. If I'm remembering it right, because I know I bet the
That
Niners.
was a
that
boring
game.
ass Super Bowl.
It was pretty boring because it was over right away, but if you bet money on it, it kind of made you feel good. I always say if you bet money on it, you'll live with boring. if you win.
All right, so I might have told this story already, but if I could have the floor, this is an epic story as far as I'm concerned. You want to hear it? Yes, you do.
Sure.
Okay, here we go. I was in rehab during the Patriots Falcons Super Bowl. My wife loves the story. Not really. So I was in rehab. It was halftime. Patriots were losing. I wanted to watch the game. When you ever sprained in rehab, when you ever sprained, you have to stay exactly where you are until the doctor comes and clears you to make sure you're not hurt. I got restrained at halftime in the TV room so I could watch the whole game. Or I wanted to watch more of the game. I ended up watching the whole game thanks to no one coming to check me out. So Patriots won, and I was the only person to watch the game. That's epic. What do you say?
Sure. I'm trying to think of something fucked up that happened to me on a Super Bowl.
I win.
There was one Super Bowl I did cocaine and ecstasy.
You beat me.
The fuck are we talking about?
And I regretted it because the best part about Super Bowl is like eating wings and shit. And everybody was eating food, and I was one of the only guys not eating because I was all coked up.
Well, we had ham sandwiches on bread with cheese that was definitely cold, and probably a bag of chips.
I was on my own,
And I
man.
think a milk. But I watched Super Bowl. I thought my kids. I'm proud. Well, yeah, they should be proud of that story. Their dad showed how smart he was.
Oh, you're banned still. It's saying we're banned. I don't know if we got to reset the game. It's saying we're banned, BC. I can't believe now Brad's mad at me on opening week of the betting because I said he's drinking. As I said, I'll get mad at anyone. And he hit me with, "Take care, Pesci."
I'm sure the guy who calls names is pretty
I
happy.
hope it was worth it.
Fuck him.
He'll be back.
Yeah, but it's going to cost Pesci some money, possibly.
He'll be back before Thursday.
Isn't that Thursday's tomorrow, technically? It's 12 a.m. here.
Sit down. Down. Good boys.
All right, boys. I'm gonna catch you guys later.
There, Bucker. Take care. Be safe.
You too.
So much.
Pretty surprised my rehab story didn't get a couple of laughs. Like, oh, yeah, your IQ went up to double digits.
I wasn't paying attention then. I was just that Pesci said, "Yeah, I did coke and all that shit." I was like, huh? Like, what? Like,
I didn't know it was a story to be laughed at. Was there a funny part there? I didn't know if that.
No, I think it's a good, very intelligent story. The Patriots were losing at halftime in the Super Bowl. Right, I'm in rehab. Well, actually, I might have said curfew where you have to go to bed. I think at 10 o'clock probably. So you gotta go to bed. You go, yeah. I left that part out. No wonder you guys weren't like, "Oh, he's smart." Patriots game Super Bowl. I'm in
I
rehab.
thought this one of them.
You have to go to bed. You have to go to bed. There's no TVs in your room. You watch it in the TV room. Hey, guys, bedtime. Oh, guys, watch Super Bowl. You can't watch Super Bowl. Even though we're in New England. I'm in Boston at a rehab place. So, but the rule is when you get restrained for whatever reason, you have to stay where you are in a restraint until you're cleared by a nurse or a doctor to make sure you're not injured. I intentionally got restrained in the TV room by refusing to go to my bedroom, knowing full well that unless a doctor or nurse cleared me, I would be in the TV room when the game came back on. I might not do it correctly. So I got restrained intentionally by being an asshole and took a hit to the head or floor. Maybe I bumped my knee. I don't know, but I complained about pain somewhere. And so I had to stay where I was to restrain until I was cleared to go to my bedroom, which didn't happen until well after the Super Bowl was over. So I watched the Patriots come back and beat the Falcons. While everybody's in bed, I watched the game.
That's pretty good, Joe.
I might have told the story horribly. I'm not a good
I'll
story.
tell you,
I'm not a good.
I got an embarrassing.
Communicator.
I got an embarrassing one. I missed Christmas because of Xanny bars because I didn't know what Xanax did, and I just thought it was just some pill. Really, I never took them before or whatever. But long story short, Or I took them like a couple times. The one time I had to black out or whatever, and I thought I was gonna be done taking them, but I was playing my dude in Madden football, and it was 3 days before Christmas, right? And somehow I ended up in a Zanny coma. Long story short, I ended up in a Zanny coma to where I woke up one day and thought it was Christmas. I was at my buddy's house still because we used to stay there all the time. And I called my mother up and I said, "Hey, Mom, Merry Christmas. I'll be on my way in about a half hour, 45 minutes. I got to stop and get some clothes." And she goes, "Michael, Christmas was yesterday." And apparently, when she called me, I answered the phone and said Merry Christmas, and I don't even remember that. So that was the last time I ever took Xanax again, when I was like, wait a minute, that's what that drug does? Where I couldn't even remember anything that happened, or I couldn't recall the steps. And it was, my dude was there too, but he made it to Christmas.
You took a
They're like,
Xanny
yeah,
bar.
we tried to wake you up. You were out.
Yes, you took a Xanny bar?
There was a couple of them.
Oh, jeez. You should have taken just a couple of the pills. Not a whole bar.
I didn't know what they were. I'm saying I pretty much learned with Xanax, where I never knew what pills.
Yeah, those suck.
About pills.
I get a hole in the
I
wall.
might have sold some pills, but I don't. The only thing I ever knew about pills was how much they cost, how much to get rid of them. I couldn't ever tell you what they do. I didn't like perks. I did a Xanny and fucking, like I said, missed Christmas. Told some girl once I loved her and she was a stranger. Yeah, I was like, that drug ain't for me.
I used to love taking Dorco.
Yeah, and I only did it twice because I thought the second time I controlled. Someone was like, hey, man, you just kind of overdid it. Before you know it, I was in a Xanny coma. They were ladders. Yeah, like Gonzo put ladders. They were yellow. Eventually, they started making fake ones, and it was funny. This dude was like, hey, man, can you give me Xannies? I'll even buy the fake ones. I'm like, motherfuckers are buying fake Xannies out here? I don't know what he meant by that, but they were buying fake Xannies.
Maybe you bet generic.
Yeah, well, because they were they look like white ladders, and they look like the ones that would be really good. But my buddy was like, unfortunately, these aren't like the ones when we were younger or something.
Yeah, I still bear as Percocet because they were yellow.
And we were telling that dude to stop taking those things because, dude, he was turning into a zombie. I'm so glad I never liked pills. Like, I liked Adderall, but Adderall, if you had to stop doing it, you can. He said, Gonzo said name brand versus generic.
Yeah, that's what
And then they got so strict with Xannies. Nowadays, they're very strict with pills. I know a lot of guys that fucking ended up being heroin addicts because they fucking started with a perk addiction, a perk 10 addiction.
Yep.
Yellow perk 10s they were doing.
Heroin was so much.
They made me sleepy. I remember one time someone gave me one at a strip club, and I took the perk or perk 5 or whatever they were, and it made me sleepy. And I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'd rather smoke weed and drink.
They had the opposite effect.
4 or 5 Oxy 80s.
They had an opposite effect in me, Pesci. They would wake me up, and I could drink all night long because I took either perk or Norco and they just gave me energy.
Yeah.
No, I've heard people. I knew guys that did perks, and they said they could build a house on perks. I get it.
Yeah.
There were people that were like that, and yeah, I was the opposite. I did it the one time, and I always said, thank God I didn't like it, because how I was, if I didn't like something, I didn't do it. Like there was a few drugs I liked, but like I did ecstasy for a long time when we were younger. Problem with the coke was we weren't getting good coke. I learned that eventually, but there were so much experiments going on with the re-rock then. That was the beginning of all that, to where it seemed like we were getting good deals, but we were getting robbed on it. I remember some guy came after me because he tried to cook the coke and he said it didn't come back. And I'm like, what does that even mean? Because I was from suburbs. I didn't even know in the beginning, like, people were cooking fucking. I was really young. I didn't know people were taking crack or coke and turning it into crack. I didn't know that yet. I wasn't hip like that. Like, when I was selling coke, I thought it was its own thing. And I thought crack was its own thing.
Why do you have two phones?
Yeah, what's interesting is I'll tell you how much of crack we didn't even know about. So my buddy who became a serious crackhead, he was capable of getting good coke, and this is how this guy fucking screwed me over and got me in a shitload of trouble with my dad down the line. So listen to this story. I take these guys, like, I was able to do coke and sell it at the same time. I'd usually have enough people then to where if I got it, I would sell enough, and if I did something, it didn't cost me anything. But there was a couple guys I knew who did not know how to stop. And the problem was I didn't realize how fucking addicted they were. So we bought some coke. I sold some. When we went back to the dealer later that night after he's been doing coke and him and his girl were jonesing for crack, they took my money and bought crack, and he handed me, when he came out, crack. And the problem was I didn't know a lot of crackheads then. Like, everyone in my school, they were doing ecstasy, they were doing coke, acid. There wasn't, like, heroin addicts or crackheads. There was crackheads, but they weren't, there were the older people were smoking crack. There's a lot more thing. But long story short, I never connected the two. And this guy took my money in there. He bought crack. He handed it to me. And what's funny was he had like some idea that I was going to do it with them or whatever. And when I said, no, I got to figure out a way to sell this, his girl started reaching in the car. I'm in my Cadillac Seville, 1989, red leather, raw lack. Only had like 90,000 miles. She starts reaching her hand in the door, and I realize my buddy of years, like, I've known this dude for years, I didn't realize how much of an addict he's become. Like, it was one thing to do drugs every day, but I thought he was more like me to where he could just kind of stop. He was beyond that point. And I was learning about fiends for the first time in my life. I wasn't some expert coke dealer at this time of my life. I was very new. And I still was at my parents', so I was able to go home and always be sober. I was too afraid to get high and go home around my stepdad because I know he would fuck my world up. And so that was actually almost like a crutch for me in the beginning. I never did a lot of shit I sold because I didn't want to be high around my stepdad. So here's what happened with that crack. I had to bring that crack back to my house. I didn't want to run around telling people I had crack. Having crack really wasn't too popular of a thing. There was a lot of people that had coke. It was weird. There was a lot of people that had coke, but there wasn't like a lot of crackheads, and it was kind of almost frowned upon, or I didn't want people to know I was fucking had it. But a long story short, I tried to sell it to everyone that was doing the coke, and they didn't want it. So I had it in this jean jacket in my house. This is how I got my ass kicked by my dad, and it's not even my fault. I never smoked crack a day in my life at that point. I think down the line I tried it with Tom Luby and Mike Otto, and we were so fucked up. And it was always in weed. Like, I never smoked crack straight. I'd always say, put it in the weed. We would make these things called momos. You know what I mean? I thought the way they would smoke it in the pipes, that just looked fucked up. The shit would burn real quick. We were selling so much coke, just put it in the blunts. You know what I mean? I was a tobacco smoker then, so we were smoking large-ass cigars filled with fucking cocaine. But
they called them coolies where I'm from.
Yeah, I had that crack in my jean jacket. It was there for months. And so long story short, I was doing well. Something happened to where my dad got wind, and he thought I was dealing again. But here was the problem. I was smart enough at this point, because this was way down the line, to where I was used to as random searches, I always had my stuff hidden, not in the house anymore. I learned a valuable lesson when my fucking stepfather took thousands of dollars worth of dope, and I had to tell drug dealers, real drug dealers, hey, my dad claims he took my weed. And this is before I was balling to where I could just pay these guys the money I owe. It wasn't just easy to go get a couple grand. And my dad literally took all my shit. And he didn't even say anything. What's funny was I think he was waiting for me to say something. See, I didn't realize how much the weed smell carried when I first started dealing, and that cost me thousands off jump. Meaning I thought if I hid it in a toy box, we were good, or a stuffed animal. Apparently my dad came home one day, and the whole house, I guess, smelled like weed. And I learned a very valuable lesson because I had a pound, and it was one of the first times I ever got a pound in my life. This was a big deal at this point in my life because I've never got put on with that responsibility, and I didn't have my own cash like that then. And he took that shit and never even said anything. That's why what's funny is if my dad wanted to look at it, you wanted to stop me from selling drugs, you actually made me a full-time drug dealer the moment you took that and you said he threw it in the lake or whatever you said down the line, knowing you didn't throw it in the lake. You just took my shit, and because you were, it was your house, and you knew I wasn't smoking it or whatever. But back on the crack, he got wind that he thought I was dealing again. He fucking strips my room apart. I remember I'm like, go ahead, right? I forgot about the crack at this point. I forgot it was just in a jean jacket. And it was like 3.5 grams. My dad finds it and goes, you motherfucker, you're smoking crack now. Meaning, if I was a real crackhead, that shit would have been smoked up. My dad found the crack and thought I was smoking crack. And he started literally throwing me. I had a Celtics jacket on, a real nice Celtics jacket. And he was swinging me around by the sleeve in my front yard. I remember my mom came out like, don't kill him or some shit along those lines. And my stepdad was just throwing me around, threw me in a fucking, he had like one of those ponds that shoot out the water of like the mouth or whatever of a fish. And he just threw me into the pond or into the fucking pond, and it fucking like fell over. And yeah, dude, he kicked my ass, and he goes, I didn't even know how to tell him that wasn't even my crack. Because I wasn't about to tell him the story. Yeah, I was selling coke one night. I didn't even know how to tell him about this shit. I just took the ass whooping. And said I'm not a crackhead. I think he had to have known I wasn't a crackhead. But he thought I was smoking crack. But yeah, that's my crack story. It was 3.5 grams. He fucking trashed my whole room up. And I used to always have shit of value that he would just ruin. That's why I knew I had to move out early. And I threw that 3-day party, and it fucking got out of hand. I didn't know it was going to get out of hand to where I cost thousands of dollars worth of damage that I had to pay through my collectibles. But I threw all that damage, and I looked at all the damage. I felt like the kid from Weird Science. I couldn't even face my dad. And this is right when I just graduated from broadcasting school. So not only did I graduate from broadcasting school, this shit was happening. So I wasn't even going to be able to focus. Yeah, it was bad. I remember the last real job I ever had was it was actually Pizza Hut. And the guy goes, my pager was going off, and he goes, you're on the phone again? And he goes, you need to focus. And I remember I was like, you know what, man? I think I'm done working. And that was the last job I ever had. I remember telling that guy, I'm out. And that fucking Pizza Hut was in Willoughby. The guys that I sell the cars with, what's funny is they worked at the other Pizza Hut. We all got the jobs together, but my stepdad didn't want me delivering because he said, you got to pay for some fucking insurance. So instead of fucking doing all that shit, I just quit and never went back home. It was a stupid move. I was too nervous to face my dad after he thought I got fired from Applebee's for selling coke to that guy, which I did. But they claim I got fired for attendance because I never sold the coke at Applebee's. That's why I'm like, this is bullshit. You guys are pinning a fucking drug deal on me that didn't even happen here. And you're going to tell me I fucking made that guy fall off the wagon. He's fucking 20 years older than I am. You're going to blame me, a fucking kid? I didn't know what falling off the rocker was. Apparently this guy did dope, and he turned into fucking... Yeah, he turned into a whack-a-madoo. Left his girl. I didn't realize that dope turns him into fucking a Sasquatch. I walked into work. I'm like, why is everyone looking at me like that? And that guy wasn't at work. His name was Jeremy. I'll never forget this. I wish I could see him again. Me and him always got along well. But he fucking left his current girl and met a coke girl and ran away with her. So the girl that he ran away from was there. And she was eyeing me down all day to where I was like 5 minutes late doing something. And they fired me. And I'm like, I'm fired for being 5 minutes late? And they tried to start bringing up all this old shit that I did like a while back. And I'm like, oh, it's pretty apparent that dude fucking, they got wind of me giving him coke. And he fell off the wagon. I didn't even know what the fuck a wagon was then. I'm like, wagon? And I was 21 years old. He was 41. What am I going to tell a 41-year-old? Like, treat him like a kid? He was going to get the dope regardless. I wanted to tell his girl that. I wanted to be like, listen, ma'am, I know you're sober, but he wasn't. And he was already getting the dope. I didn't give him the initial dope, but they treated me like I did. Yeah, that was fucked up because I was doing good at that job because my stepdad's rules were if he was going to pay the $13,000 for broadcasting school, these were the rules. Wait till you hear these rules, right? I had to live at the house. I had to have a job, and the job I had to report every dollar I made to him. The reason why he wanted that done is because I would be wearing a shirt one day. And he'd be like, he started to catch wind of stuff I had wasn't exactly cheap shit. Because I had a shoe collection. I used to have to hide shit at my grandma's because he would start just taking shit and say, yeah, this was drug money or whatever. But to live under his roof, I had to work a job, which I was cool with because they were buying all my drugs at the job. First I said I wasn't going to sell weed. And then somehow I just it started moving faster than ever once I started meeting people from the broadcasting college. Everyone smoked there. I was like, damn. And I had a gambling problem, so they kind of came hand in hand. But yeah, he said all that shit, and I had to report to him after. So I couldn't lie to him about the Applebee's thing. And I didn't want to go, hey, man, I got fired from Applebee's for selling coke. Because I know he would have went fucking apeshit. And so I just didn't even call him back. And I should have. Because I was just graduating from OCB. And instead of going to the job placement program, I went with Eric Roman to Kent College. And we played poker literally for 33 days. And sold a lot of shit. I thought it was the greatest time of my life. But looking back on it, I really wish I would have went to broadcasting job placement. Oh, you ready, BC? Yeah, so I know a couple things about fucking up.
It's all good, man. Good times. Not really, but memories, I guess.
Yeah.
I just tell my kids what I don't say what, but just how do I say it? My kids know that they can't pull shit over me because I'm not gonna Google something to get. I'm not gonna. What they hear from me ain't gonna be no Google shit. Ain't gonna be no make up shit. Oh, Dad's on point. So, don't lie to me. And you're gonna do this, you're gonna do that. I'm not a naive individual, so I guess it may be a better parent, I guess. But how about that? We'll do it that way. And the mother's like Bill Clinton. You know, I never inhaled kind of shit. So. Yeah. It's okay, buddy. You can come back. I'll leave.
What's for sale on this Patreon?
He said, "What's for sale?" Schmidt's about 4 beers in.
Oh Jesus, where is he at?
He's in the chat.
Oh, you're live? I didn't realize you were live.
Well, I did that show earlier, then I ended and I came back on.
That's what it is. I didn't see that you went back on live, but that's okay. That's why sometimes that's why I'll ask is, are you live, just to make sure?
Yeah.
You know, not like I'm gonna go off on something, but
Yeah, that Bambi girl, she was cool. I liked her.
I saw part of it. How did it go?
They were good.
Oh, good. Now, where is she from, that girl?
You know, now that I think about it, did I ask where she's from?
Oh, no. I mean, where did you meet her online? I think I heard of her, but...
Oh, dude, Jacob Waters. Jacob Waters kind of hooked us up.
Oh, okay. I was thinking maybe she was from, the universe that what you call that what you call it's the king of the whatevers. You know what I'm talking about. Where the hell is that? See, cool. Oh, I took a screenshot earlier of Boland's chat.
Yeah.
Our boy from North Carolina or wherever he's from was all over
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. It was right after he said, yeah, he loves Kenny at the end of the day.
Oh, forget about it. That's his boy. Kenny's
What's up,
biggest
Tono?
fan. How are you?
All right, yourself?
Good, thank you.
Yeah, I believe Pesci should be having a conversation with that gentleman at some point. Enough's enough, I guess. I don't guess I agree.
I don't know if he's in the chat, but I don't know if he's been around lately.
Well, yesterday he played that little game where he came in. He goes, "Yeah, I'm done fucking with the guy. I'm done giving him money."
Oh God.
Yeah, he's definitely not snitching the bowling. Like he's, if he was snitching the bowling, he'd be fucking running his mouth. But like he might do that shit, but he's definitely not a snitch. Maybe his friend, fucking that Fowler guy. But
I never
Billy's
would give
not
Billy
fucking coming
enough
over here telling
information
Tom
to
what
snitch.
Yeah, I know, but he could, he could say, hey, that was fucking over there, fucking, but he's not, like, he's not snitching. He just fucking, I'm not going to give him money, but I think he wants his fucking, he wants his poster, so I think he has to, because that autograph picture poster of John Cena might be worth some money, so I think he has to cough up another fucking 90 just to get the poster and the dog. But hey, you're probably right. He'll probably still be donating, but like it makes sense for him to give him that last 90, so he's got that poster and that dog leash. Do I think it's worth fucking what he paid for it? No. Do I think if I was in that situation and I had to drop another whatever it is 90 to get it, I probably would, because it might be worth something. But he's definitely not fucking. Hey, Pesci said this, Kenny. Fucking. Barclay said that, he's not fucking.
Well, what I said was we don't even give him much to say. Like, I haven't really said much on him.
I know, but you don't have to worry about, him telling Kenny something and Kenny fucking taking your channel down again. Like, it's he's. Because if he did say it again, Kenny would be like, that motherfucker, I'm going to fucking take his channel down again. Fucking. Bob, call YouTube. Taking many bets?
No, it looks like none.
None. Shit. Is everyone fucking broke or something?
No, I think Brad's upset right now.
Wasn't me.
No, he's mad at me.
What have you done? What did you cut him off?
Yeah, because I said when he says he's not drinking, I said you're drink because I said he drinks.
Yeah. Well, like the proof, like you said, well, come on then. You said he goes, I'm not drinking. He said, well, come into Discord then and fucking. But then he never did. So like, like if you said, hey, you're drunk, I'll come in the Discord and have a fucking conversation. Prove you're not. Like. Anyway, I've got my last thing. I've got to try and pick between the Ravens and the Bills. It's a fucking pick 'em. I've got a fucking parlay going. I've got to choose one of them. Yeah, I don't know who to pick. That's got me stumped. I might need to sleep on that. Who would you pick? The fucking Ravens or the Bills?
What, on Thursday?
Yeah,
I don't even know what the line is.
it's even. It's a pick 'em. They're both dead even.
I'd probably just root for Baltimore. I'd root for Baltimore. I wouldn't put big money on a game like that, though.
No, it's just that, and I've got like a thing, a parlay that I can choose the score. They've given me a voucher, and I've got a few games in there, but I'm stumped on the last one. So I'm like, well, they're both even money on the odds. They're pretty much even, ability wise, like it's. But yeah, the Chargers and the Chiefs games in Brazil. See, Nick Hogan's fucking suing Bubba the Love Sponge.
Really?
Yeah, well, Bubba's got some documentary coming out soon that's kind of like makes him look innocent or something. You know how the whole sex tape thing went down. Like Bubba's got some. It wasn't me, and I didn't leak the tape, and it's gonna make him look like a baby face. But Bubba's been trashing Nick Hogan on his podcast, and he's like, oh, he's a piece of shit and all this stuff, and even though he loves his, Bubba gets on well with Nick, they're like friends. So I think Nick has just had enough of Bubba to talk shit about him. Oh, fuck it, I'll sue that cunt, Daddy left me some money. How come fucking? I'm gonna sue
I wonder
that
how
cunt.
Bischoff's wrestling went.
It went alright. They went underway. They like who was? It might have been Alvin or something that was posting some stuff about it. But I can't see it lasting long. It's just like I'm a combat sports fan, and I respect wrestlers. I think those amateur wrestlers are like the toughest dudes in the world. But I just think not. Watching the sport is just boring. I think it's boring anyway. Like fucking Waters and Schmidt might love watching, but I just too much other stuff out there to watch. So like I remember like Randy Couture, he was at his gym in LA. He was working out, and he said he had this pain in his chest, and he finished his workout, decided to walk to the hospital. Got there, and they said, "Hey, Mr. Couture, you're having a heart attack." So he fucking was having a heart attack, finished his workout, walked all the way down to the hospital for them to tell him, "Hey, you're having a heart attack." Like it just shows how tough those dudes are. They're just like next level toughness. Just punch of sleep.
I think so.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's been out for a good hour.
Yeah, that's what I asked him something, but he fucking crashed. So if show yours got quite a few views. Well, you outdid your friend. You got more fucking live viewers than he did when you went head to head with him. So
Oh, he was live today?
he was the same as you. Like he was fucking.
Oh,
So
wow.
I flipped over on him, but I had to head out. So I watched a bit of him, watch a bit of you. I think you had about like 24 or something,
How much
and
money
he had
did
about
make?
like 4. Pardon?
How much money did he make?
I don't know. It was just a brief fucking. I haven't watched it. I might watch it later if it's any good. But I only got a bit of it. And I just had 14. He had Mango there, and Bob was drooling over himself. And I think basically the only person in the chat that I knew was Billy. There was only like 4 or 5 in the chat. The only one I noticed or recalled was Billy. But yeah, he only about 14 or 16 or something. And I was just like, man, he's fucking.
Damn, it's over
He's
for
got more
him,
like-
man. That's crazy.
He done, you know, when you sit there asking for money, you're sitting there eating pizzas and fucking Jimmy John subs and shit like that. Like people are like, this guy needs, you know, he's talking about.
And his house turns into like a Miami Dolphins fucking team shop.
And then you tell everyone that Mark Cuban or Scaramucci gave you $1,000. People are like, fuck. You got $1,000 yesterday, like, and then fucking there's like another fucking wave of, you know,
Scaramucci
people
saved
in
him
his
money.
shit. Well, he doesn't, you know, he you see what Johnny Manziel said?
Yep. He doesn't like Cleveland.
No, fucking Cleveland. You know, he fucking knows himself up. You can't blame the Browns on that. The Browns didn't help, but he fucking shot himself in the foot. He wanted to go out fucking partying and fucking not studying game and shit like that.
Yeah, no, I saw what he said. I'm not surprised. I mean, he was fucked during that time.
Yeah, well, you don't know if he did try, whether he would have made it or not, because there's a lot of those college quarterbacks. They look amazing at college, and then the NFL shows up and they look fucking average.
The sad part is he only got to play like 5-6 games. We never even got to see him play a full season.
Did you go see him live? Did you see him live when he was there?
Yeah.
You did. At least you can say you've done that. What was this
Yeah,
jersey?
I was at the game, the Jacksonville game, where he won the best game ever with Kyle Shanahan as the offensive coordinator.
Okay. Was there heaps of Manziel jerseys around? Was it all like Browns jerseys, or was it just okay?
No,
so
it was Manziel.
they would have made.
They were big Manziel guys, like they are for Shador.
Yeah, but hey, who's to know if he would have made it or not? Like, you know.
It's crazy as Hugh Jackson came in and got rid of him.
Yeah. But it was funny because he went to the CFL as well, and they banned him for life.
Yeah.
So I don't know what I don't know much about CFL. You guys might know more than me, but like for him to go there, like play 3 games and then get banned for life, like what did he do? Like it's.
Yeah, I don't even know. I've never watched the CFL. I remember like seeing highlights of him on the bench.
Yeah. Well, like to get banned for life, like he must have done some shit over here. But and then even that like arena football league, that didn't last long. I guess if he's sort of smart, his podcast is picking up, and you know he can always, you know, pull a couple of guests, and he might get some like sponsors and stuff, and might be able to. But I bet you.
I wonder how much he gets paid from Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp probably offered him a nice amount of money.
Yeah, he'd be on a decent chunk of change. But I bet you.
I think Johnny's parents got money too. I think he's probably back at his parents' will.
Okay.
Yeah, his parents were rich.
Okay, it's probably why. Like Shannon Sharp, he was like poor as.
Yeah.
Him and his brother, they didn't have like a roof, so they had to go in there and like bust their ass. But it'd be interesting to see. Like he was saying, he reckons he could have made like all this money if the NIL was around when he was at his prime. Like he probably would have made a shitload, especially the jerseys and stuff. But no one's put any bets on. Fucking.
Yeah, I'm upset about it. Well, we'll see on Sunday morning. No, it's not Sunday morning.
Yeah, they've cut 365's banned over here now, so I've got to use like the fucking chump fucking betting app. which the odds aren't anywhere as good, and there's many options. Bet365 getting banned here is like when they legalize weed for you. You get what I mean?
Yeah. I wonder what the spread of the Ohio State
cost me a lot. That was boring. I got up at 4 a.m. to watch it. It was just a low score and boring. Arch Manning was just, they're trashing the shit out of him. Ohio State had good defense, but it was like 14
Ohio
to 7
State
or something.
wins they win at home. They do.
Yeah, well, they were the favorites, but before the game started, it was a pick 'em. So Ohio State were favorites, and then about 10 or 15 minutes before the game, I checked the odds, and it was basically a pick 'em. But Arch Manning, he didn't look too well. Now they're all, trashing him and stuff. But I'd be surprised if Ohio State didn't win. Well, Alabama lost as well. They got fucking nuked by, is it Florida State or something?
Yeah, I'm glad for that. It's a better college football's better when Florida State's good.
Yeah, well, they got whooped. Bama got whooped. They got fucking. I think they were that far ahead. They started fucking bringing players off. You gonna go to any games this year, or don't know?
Too early to say. I like watching them from home. To be honest, I'll go if it's the right time.
Yeah. Will you go if Shador start? If Shador gets a start, will you go fucking?
Yeah, I would go to a Shador game. But at that point, probably the whole world is. I wonder how many tickets. The tickets probably sell the same no matter who's the quarterback sometimes, but Shador's game definitely would sell out.
Especially if Dion turns up.
Yeah. I don't know how that works with him coaching college football. I don't know if head coaches tend to stay out of the.
But Belichick's team got smoked. They nearly got 50 put on them. I don't know if their team's any good or not, but like shit, you think a guy who's supposed to be a fucking great defensive coach can fucking let him almost. I think it was like 47 points or something. It's like shit.
What up, Arcade?
Especially with. What's that?
I was saying hi to someone in the chat.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, like you think, fuck, 47 points might be a long year for. I don't know anything enough about college football to know if his team's any good or fucking
Either do I. The problem is with college, it's even hard to tell early on who's going to be good.
Yeah, all I know when I tried betting on college, I just got my ass handed to me. Like I might have fluked a couple, but I just thought I can't. I'll lose too much if I keep. At least with the NFL, you could get a bit of a read on some things and shit like that.
Let's see what the Brown spread is this week. Speaking of them,
hey, you want me to look?
No, I got it open right now. Cincinnati minus 5.5.
They could. Apparently, Cincinnati have no defense. Apparently, their defense is terrible. So the Browns might be able to hang in there. They've hang some in there.
Like tomorrow, I like if Dak's playing, I like the Cowboys.
Ooh, really?
Well, just because they're getting 8.5.
Yeah, they're getting a shit.
I think 8.5's a lot. One's a Philly only wins by 3. You win the money.
Well, you got to admit, Mike is gone, so that'll a bit of points. They got rid of their number one running back last year. They've got like a running back that I've never heard of. So that, and with all the Mike and shit, I've had a decent crack on. I got.
No, I know Arcade
for Philly. I think Philly will smash them. I got Saquon scoring 2, Jalen Hurts scoring 2, and I got CD to score 1. I think that's 20 in the
Chiefs are only
800 or
minus
something.
3 against the Chargers.
Yeah, I think the Chargers could win. The Chargers have recruited well. You know, Kansas City always seem to start slow. But I just
Buccaneers
think
minus 2.5. That's almost a pick 'em.
Yeah.
Colts minus 1 against the Dolphins. I guess they got no confidence in the Dolphins.
Boss man might want to put a bet on. There was some good games.
Well, New England's even a favorite this weekend.
Well, Green Bay's a favorite to beat Detroit. I'll be getting on Detroit, especially with Hutchinson back.
Yeah, I was hoping Monday Night Football. I was hoping Brad was going to bet the Bears. That's a big game.
Yeah. Well, you shouldn't have called him drunk then. You can't fucking.
No, I said he didn't quit drinking.
Yeah. He's a weird one. But no, he's got a sports app anyway. So like he doesn't, you know, he'll be betting on that sports app thing he's got. Remember he got it last season, got it at the end of last season, and he got one. Like he got a fucking. He did one of those bets that I do, and he pulled one off. I think it was like a Washington game or something. He had like Ertz to score a touchdown and something. And I think he made wasn't even made like 300 or 400 or something off like. Do you remember that or no?
Yeah. Off betting a player or two.
Yeah. He did one of those same game parlay things, and he got it. Like his first bet, he won. Like,
yeah, this is definitely no easy week to bet. This is a lot of Cardinals minus 6.5. Steelers are minus 3 against the Jets.
Oh, Steelers are playing the Jets.
I think if I was going to bet anything, it would be a teaser to where you get 6 points added onto the line, but you have to take 2 teams. And I'd probably take the Lions on a teaser, which would give me the Lions plus 8.5. And what's the other team I wanted? Panthers. And the Panthers would be getting 9.5 against the Jags if I did a teaser bet.
Good.
But the teaser bet works like you got to put up 60 to win 50. It's not really a great paying bet. But you get points added onto your team. You could do 6.1, 7.1s. They got a bunch of different ones. 5 point.
Do you have to drive to the fucking casino to put it on, or?
No, if I wanted to, I could just do it on the phone.
Okay, you got a legal bookie.
Yeah, they pretty much canceled out the bookies up here when they put the sports book in and put the apps in.
Yeah, well, just like with the apps, like I keep trying to tell my friends that gamble over here, I said go with because they give you like bet credits every so often. You'll get a message and they'll say, hey, if you put 50 in your account, we'll give you 50 in bet credits, And like if you put like a certain amount in, they'll give you bet credits here and there. And like I say to them, it's like comes in handy. Like it's pretty much free. You can't withdraw it as money, but you can use it to gamble. So it comes in handy. You don't get that shit if you just bet the old fashioned. Go to the fucking bookmakers and put it on.
$5? No.
Yeah, I think that the Browns might surprise.
Oh my God! Come on, man!
Fucking.
Come on, man. That's
if Judy balls out. But yeah, the Panthers, they let Thielen go back to the Vikings, and they signed Hunter Henry. Remember him?
Yeah.
The white guy used to play for the Raiders. That they've signed him. I think he retired for 2 years and decided to come back. not Hunter Henry, sorry. Like Hunter Renfro. Hunter Henry's the tight end for the Patriots. But yeah, you knew who I meant.
Eyes on enemy.
Damn.
Well, at least I killed that guy.
Does anyone else put bets on with you other than Brad and Fatal, or is it just
No,
based on them?
that's pretty much it.
Okay. No, Rev?
Everybody else uses the app.
Okay.
I was hoping.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I haven't seen the Beetlejuice sequel. I want to though.
Am I right here? You can tell Bad J he come back. All right, man.
All right.
Take care. Later, everyone.
Put me in, coach. Oh, I didn't even see what happened on what's his name. Let me find out.
Exactly, it sucks. This is just an issue tonight. Technical difficulties. The mods work with base GTA 4. The mods work with Lost and Damned. But nothing. It won't work with Ballad of Gay Tony, which is what we want to play. Just crashes the game endlessly. It seems like a bullshit thing, something to do with the Rockstar social network that doesn't even freaking work anymore. So I'm gonna have to try to find a workaround. Like I said, I will contact. Alright, listen, I get Yeah, that's right. There still is no there is still no release date for Mortal Kombat Collection, right? Legacy Collection. Why that music got muted and blocked? Okay. All right. That is it. And thanks for watching. Peace
Let
out.
me see what dude he put out real quick. All right, so
All
Phil
right.
did not hit the goal tonight.
Well, everyone, that is it for me.
I saw his one notification earlier, but then it got buried. I don't think he's put anything new out since.
Oh, wait a minute. DSP major crash out after GTA 4 Ballad of Gay Phil fails to launch. No goals hit. DSP gets triggered over pool water and being too poor to buy central air. We will check this one out.
Sounds like a meltdown.
Yeah. Hold on, I'll fucking share it.
I need that money. I really, really do. I need that money. I really need that money. Really need that money. I need that money. I really, really do. I need that money. I really need that money. Really need that money. Really, that money. That money. It ain't gonna work. Because it's gonna try to connect to Social Club, and there's no Social Club folder, and that's when it crashes. Well, we didn't see that title card yet. Wait a minute. No, see, told you. As it's booting, it's trying to access the Social Club, and it can't find the folder for it, and it closes the game.
Thank you, Arcade.
See? It's fucking bullshit. It's their launcher. Because how much do you want to bet that the original GTA 4 and the Lost and Damned didn't use any social features?
Now that guy says
and
it's
then at one
their
point they
launcher.
linked
He always
Valid
knows how to
Gay Tony
blame
to the social
somebody.
club. So it's trying to access something, but it's not. It's not on the PC. It's not working.
Some of his famous lines are, "It's not my fault. I didn't do it."
Levi says
It's
Rockstar
always
shut down the social club in July. Good luck fixing this.
always
I didn't know
easier
that.
to blame somebody else's server.
Like he would fuck up on a game and say, "It's not
Wow.
me."
Is that what it is? Eddie says the Ballad of Gay Tony automatically uploads your mission stats to the social club, and that was the first game that did it. So that's the problem. It's trying to access a social club that doesn't exist. How do you fix that? So it's not the mods. In fact, to prove it's not the mods, Lost and Damned works. It's the Ballad of Gay Tony matched with the stupid Rockstar launcher. That's the problem. Yeah. And it even shows it in the crash logs that it's trying to access social club shit that doesn't exist. And that's what's fucking up. Look, there it is. Unable to fix the folder permissions for Rockstar Social Club. And then it just crashes. Wow. Well, I'm not sure how to fix that, guys. Really, what am I supposed to do about that? Right? I don't think there's anything I can do about that. Jeez, that's fucking stupid. Well, here's the Rockstar Games launcher. I'll open this. Now they want me to log in with my email and password. I don't even have one. I literally don't even have an email and password for Rockstar. I don't. Wow. Dinner was good. It was just chicken tortellini soup like we have once a week pretty much at this point, and it was pretty good. Actually, I played Hollow Knight on a marathon stream ages ago, the original Hollow Knight, and no one liked it. Everyone said it was boring and to change games. I'm serious, too. And that was after people had asked for it for a very long time. And then I finally played it, and people were like, "Oh, what is this? This is boring." I was like, "Yeah, it's a Metroidvania."
It would be a
just
boring game to watch on stream, Phil.
Oh, that's what it is. Oh.
Especially when you're the type of guy that you are. No one wants to watch you play that silly ass
2 years
game.
of nonstop of people asking me to play it because I didn't play it when it was new. And I finally played it, and everyone complained.
That's not even true. He said, "I finally played it and everyone complained." There's the same complainers in his chat every time.
On the speculation that Trump is dying. No.
He's blocked everybody
No
else.
thoughts on that at all. What's up, Item Box? Welcome back.
Someone asked him, "Do you think Trump's dying?" And he said he has no
Why
thoughts
do people call
on it.
everything boring? Because they're boring. The truth is, in life, if you're bored, you're probably boring. Because life is just so chock full of things to do.
It's an interesting statement.
All right. You could be doing so much with your life to just be sitting around and saying, "There's nothing to do and I'm bored and everything's boring." That's a you problem. Really. I noticed this and not noticed this, but I've come to this realization the older that I've gotten that there is so much that I would love to do in life. I just don't have
And
infinite
now
time.
he's a psychiatrist.
There's so many games I would like to play.
This guy claims he doesn't have time, and
There's so
once
many things
again,
I'd like to do with my
he
wife
plays
that
video
I find
games for a
time to
living.
don't.
What kind
There's
of
so
man
many
has
things I'd
that
like
as
to
their
do
job
personally.
and says they don't have no time?
Myself.
And he only leaves the house once a week.
Exercise, do this, do that. You just don't have enough time to do all the things you want to do. That's just life. That's how it works, right? But for someone who's, there's just nothing to do.
Phil, don't act like you don't have no time to
so
do
boring
anything,
in life.
bro.
Like, what? This is an insane planet of opportunity.
You sleep
I just
probably
don't
most of the
understand
day.
people
You
who sit
wake
around saying that
up.
they're bored all the time.
You probably watch a
There's
couple
one
shows
case,
with
okay?
Kat to make it
If
seem
you
like
are
you're
someone
a
who
real
sadly
husband.
does not have control of your life. If you're someone who
And you
like,
play
you're
your
a
mobile
child
game.
and you can only do what your parents dictate or what they will pay for because you don't have a job and money for yourself, then I can understand. Well, life is boring because I'm stuck at home and I have no money and nothing to do. Okay, got it. Then maybe you have an excuse to say that it's boring. Outside of that, there's no way you can just sit around saying everything's boring. Seriously. And here's the other thing, too. If you're bored, then why do you bother yourself with things that bore you? Like, let's say right now,
Look,
you're
here's the
sitting on
reality,
this stream,
DSP.
and you say, man,
Well, let me pause
this
this real
stream is
quick.
boring.
Here's the reality, DSP. You're so deep in your own vortex that people now come to watch you for like drama shit or you fucking up on certain video games that could be interesting. That game that you're talking about isn't a bad game, but watching you play it with the commentary you do, it will be very boring. So that makes sense. That doesn't mean we're bored because we said it'd be boring to watch you play Hollow Knight. You're the king of the locales. We'd rather have you talking about something ridiculous or defending yourself on something that you shouldn't defend yourself on.
So leave. Go somewhere where you can actually have something that's entertaining to you, right? Don't stick around with things you don't like. Don't waste your time. You have one life to live. You are going to die someday. Really. Time's of the essence. You don't have infinite life on this planet. You will be gone at one
He's
point.
basically trying to tell
take
his
the
trolls
time
you're
that you
you're
have
about to
and do the
die.
best with it that you can, doing things that you enjoy or things that are meaningful.
Karma's
and
about to
productive.
bite him in the
Don't
ears.
waste your time on bad things. Sadly, I hate to say this, okay? I feel that sadly, what has happened is people have become obsessed with reality TV train wreck culture. It all started around the
Okay, so real quick, he's about to basically say the reason why I don't make as much money as I do now, and why he just said train wreck culture, he's talking about like local live show. Phil, a show that's live where people are talking on a panel are going to probably have a bigger chance to succeed than you doing a gaming stream. You don't put the same effort in your game streams anymore. You don't do any commentary. You're very quiet half the time. That's why I said it could be easy to get bored watching you play certain games because the reality is the games that people wanted to watch you play, you don't even play anymore because you're afraid of people making fun of you when in actuality it's actually bringing you more eyeballs.
time of that Real World show on MTV, the Anna Nicole Smith show in the early 2000s. Then it went into things like, what was it, The Surreal Life with Anna Nicole and Nicole
I think
Richie.
I was giving us examples from
Nicole,
10 years ago. Great
Periscope with
example,
Nicole Richie.
Phil.
And then it turned into the Kardashians.
Anna
and then
Nicole
all of a sudden,
Smith.
TMZ. Oh, reality schlock, reality schlock. So what's happened is
That might be for more
people
than 10 years
actually
ago.
are spending more time watching things they don't like and want to make fun of and laugh at than doing things in their life that would be productively good things for themselves. And that's toxic.
I guess that's what I'm doing right now.
Society. You have fat ass fucks who don't have a thing positive in their life, and they're just sitting there like a fat fucking lump, and they're drinking soda and they're shoving burgers in their mouths, and they're, you know what I mean? And here's
The hell
what
is
I
he
do all
doing?
day. I sit
Yeah,
on the
well, what's
internet
funny
watching-
is, yeah, he said and shove burgers in his mouth. Phil, you just charge someone $1,500 to shove a burger in your mouth. I just don't like how he'll talk to people like he's outside, he's active, he's doing this, and he's not.
Yeah.
There's
He's a
nothing wrong
hypocrite.
with him playing video games all day, especially when he makes six figures. But don't act like you get out and about and all these people that make these videos on you are beneath you, when deep down there's tons of people making videos on you. That's the reality, Phil. And not all of them are all fucked up. I've watched a lot of their videos. I might not be all upstairs, but I'm not as fucked up as you make people out to be that do these videos on you.
You're making fun of people. Do you have a fucking mirror? You ever looked at yourself for 2 seconds?
No, Phil, have you ever looked at yourself for 2 seconds? You feed the detractors on a daily basis. You know what I mean? You made 800 the other day, and because you weren't at 150 on the night stream, you were panicking saying you don't know what's going on. Like, read the room. You say we're dented, we're fucked up. You were complaining on a day you made 900, technically. You know what I mean? At that point, you hit so many goals. Why not just say, you know what, crowd? You hit 3, 4 goals today. Congrats. The goals don't get us nothing, Phil. They get you a meal to eat in front of us. And when they said, why don't you do a giveaway for your fans? Like I said, you said giveaways only benefit one person. No shit, Phil. It's the thought that counts. You think that fucking eating Subway isn't benefiting one person? Like, he's kind of delusional at times. Like, he lives in this world where he has an idea of about why this is, he's not making money here, he's not making money there. Like he said, because we had technical problems, they didn't give me no money. Well, why is that, Phil? I thought if that's the case, you were going to do a Talking with Phil segment. I thought Talking with Phil was always good for about $100. You know what I mean? Even some of his own grifts fall apart on him, and it's like he's afraid to just do what everyone wants him to do and do a talk show. He thinks he has to play video games because the problem is his biggest donors, and he knows who those are. They're like video game people, or they want to see him play a game, or they would complain if he wasn't playing the video game. But he starts playing. He wants to rush through these games to where he took away the podcast on certain days so he could play more video games, not realizing the podcast was arguably the best part about your show. Because normally when you're playing the game, there's not really much to see. You know, you just check in periodically to see if he's making the money because he doesn't really do any commentary. So that's why only good times to watch Phil are in the beginning when he does the podcast, and then leave and then come back at the end to see how close he is to the goal. And then meanwhile, detractors will spit out anything that's in between so you won't miss anything.
Realize you're the clown. They're the ones out there trying to live their life. You're the one sitting there doing nothing, growing. But you're going to sit there making fun of someone else? You're the thing to be derided, but the thing is, you're insignificant, and no one cares about you at all. So no one would even know who you are.
He's talking to detractors here.
That's the sick part of the reality of our lifestyle right now in the world. This culture, this human culture of making fun of others on the internet.
He's in his own little world. Like
it started with reality TV, and now it's permeated the internet.
And the other reason why he doesn't like doing detractor segments is they tried to have Phil do a detractor segment on RTU when he was with Kino Casino, and he did such a bad job of it. This is why Phil doesn't like detractor content, because he is awful at it. And he usually looks like the idiot at the end of these videos, even if some of them are a little bit, they might exaggerate a lot.
And it's just the most garbage content that could be produced. And it is coming out in droves. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely insane how many people are making this kind of samey garbage content that's toxic to human existence. Okay? And so when you say, why do people sit around and say everything's boring? Because literally it takes effort to do things that are positive, fun, and productive. It's less effort to just sit around, point at everyone and say, that's a train wreck, that's boring, that's a joke, that's bad, that's bad.
Well, let me ask you this, DSP. What is the definition of when you don't get the money you want, you're every half hour asking somebody for money or begging or shaming your audience or saying we have to hit the goal or this or that? What's the difference? They're going to clown on you for the rest of your life. This is the dig you, or the hole you dug. You were originally known as the king of hate. And then you were so afraid that some of your new supporters wouldn't like that moniker, so you got rid of it. Because you knew you were getting a lot of slower people were starting to jump on the DSP train, and it wasn't really the smartest people in the world were becoming his donors. He was recruiting a lot of Billy. We'll put it this way: he had a lot of Billy Sellers over there.
Oh Jesus.
That's easy. So when you're a lazy, fat, good
That's
for
why they
nothing
say
fuck,
dense.
and you just sit around doing that all day, it's just the easy way out. And you coast right through your life, probably on government pay, because let's be honest, you
Here's
probably
the
don't
sad
actually
part,
have
Phil.
a job or anything like that.
That
You
game
just
you're
sit there
talking about
collecting
would be boring
from
to watch
freebie
you
programs
play.
and shit like that.
It's a
making fun
great
of
game to
others,
play
and
if
then
you're
tossing
someone
this
like
money
me
at
that
people
don't
on
have
the
a big
internet,
crowd.
right? But you think that you're better than everyone, and you're actually the lowest form of human fucking existence.
Damn.
You are. You're just a piece of garbage. You're hurting human culture and society as a whole by the crap that you're putting out on the internet.
Damn.
And that's what's it's fucked up. It's a fucked up society. Instead, stand up for yourself and go do something positive and productive with your life, and stop watching things you hate.
I like these crash
Stop
outs, though. This
watching
is better
garbage
than the
that you hate
gameplay.
and go do things you like. Well, I don't know what I like. You're right, because you're fucking lazy. Because you sat there just making...
That's not fair, Phil. You're one of the laziest guys of all time. You can't come out and call someone lazy knowing who the hell you are. Mister, I only leave the house once a week to take the trash out because they live in a private community, and I guess they probably got a place where you dump the trash.
Yeah,
or it's like
dumpsters or whatever.
Yeah, and he does his grocery shopping. He treats it like and I guess Kat, if he's still married to her, she works, but I think she only works a couple days a week.
Oh.
And she probably got hip when she first moved there. She was probably a lot nicer because she was a lot skinnier. And then after she saw how fat she got, and she's aware of Phil's begging, and she's aware of his detractors, to where she stopped coming on screen completely, and you'll probably never see her again. I remember last time Phil thought she was going to have his wife on camera. He goes, well, my wife had to cancel. She got sick last minute. Yeah. Phil, she got cold feet. What happened was one night she probably told Phil, yeah, I'll come on there with you, knowing she doesn't want to come on there because all he'll do is bag. And she probably got wind of the detractor algorithm, and she was like, holy shit. And then probably doesn't want to go on there because she would have to look like an idiot.
Fun of things you hate, which is easy.
I didn't even know she used to go on the show.
Yeah, a couple times. Very rare occasions. What happened was, what made it such a big deal is when he met her, she was a skinny woman. She actually looked halfway decent.
Okay.
Fast forward 1 year or whatever, he brought her on the camera after like the last time they saw her. She was just this huge fat girl. And one of the funniest videos is seeing everyone's reaction when he brought her on camera, like all the different detractors. And I know a Phil made, sometimes, the detractors will make like a lot of videos where they're reaching or whatever, but the bottom line is, Phil, the detractors that put a lot of the repeat shit out, they make good money putting your videos out. So it's like you got to ride that wave until it ends. Some of these channels are making more money than he makes on his own channel. They're making just covering Phil. Yeah, because they say why a locale becomes a locale is because it becomes a guy that everybody can make money on, but he can't figure out a way to make money on himself. Now, DSP does a pretty decent job, but he doesn't make as much money as he should make. Like, if he wasn't a beggar and probably would have been grateful and had giveaways and shit that he never wants to do, or play with fans. There's ways to play with fans, and he could do it. He just doesn't. He says trolls will ruin it. What do you mean trolls will ruin it? How do you know trolls are gonna come play with you? You don't have enough common sense to pick a couple good guys you could play with out of your dents. But I think what he's truly worried about isn't the trolls. I think he's aware that a majority of his fan base are like kind of these slow people that people would make fun of. So he thinks he would
Okay.
just get made fun of by the detractors if he brought his dents on and played with them because he knows nobody like that's got a fucking straight head is going to be gaming with this guy. I mean, I would do it, but I'm a different story.
You like. That's your problem. Your head's broken. Go fix it.
Go fix it. I love that.
Okay. We actually did some reactions earlier today. I have a Cowboy fan. I would prefer not to do reactions tonight, but we are doing another podcast on Thursday morning, so maybe then. Heavy weights or light weights to build up muscle, it depends on what you're going for. If you're just going for fitness and stamina, then higher reps of lighter weights is the way to go. If you're actually going for bulk and strength, you got to use heavier weights, and you
nothing better than a weightlifting weightlifting segment from DSP. This guy couldn't even tell you where to get a goddamn weight bench. This guy's literally going to give you a take on a weight bench.
Got to do shocking the system with increased weight and doing heavier things to make those muscles explode. So it depends on what you're going for.
You should do a DSP goes to the
Well,
gym.
the
See
rest
what
of the
happens.
roommates, I have them. I saved them.
He should.
I'm gonna probably eat them because 3 of them were good. I hated.
He's afraid to go in public. He would say
hated the
detractors will
cheese
find
one,
him.
But the other 3 were pretty good. I
Oh,
saved them. I'm
God.
gonna have them eventually.
This guy is afraid of his own shadow. What's funny is,
All right.
so when he was a kid, before he was a streamer, and this is a story that's told on his documentary, he went to a Street Fighter tournament for a video game. Now, when the internet was first coming around, there was like these little chat rooms where you could post stuff, and Phil used to talk shit on the internet, but he would talk shit like for real talk shit like, I'm going to fuck you up or whatever. If I saw you, I would do this, that, and another.
No shit.
Long story short, he was talking to these 2 Asian guys. One of them, who's named Jaha, who this dude, Jaha, looks like the dude from Bloodsport. We'll just put it that way. He would have fucking destroyed Phil. He was this Asian dude who played Street Fighter, but he was totally in shape, and he was a fucking like, he wasn't your typical Asian looking dude. He had big ass muscles. This dude looks like he could just look him up. He's like well known. His name's Jaha. And they basically rolled up on Phil and a couple other people, and they're like, yo, you gonna fuck us up, motherfucker? And they said Phil dropped to his knees crying, claiming he was an alcoholic. He didn't mean any of the stuff he was saying on these boards. He was just razzing them. They basically made him cry. I think the 2 Chinese guys made Phil give them money or whatever. I forgot the story behind the money. It wasn't like something crazy. I mean, he didn't have no money then, but they said, hey, you got to give us something for basically talking shit. And they did it twice to Phil at like another tournament where they rolled up on him and they're like, hey, man, I'm the guy you were talking shit to in the blah, blah, blah. And Phil just will start panicking. So that shows me he's the type of guy that's afraid of his own shadow. He's truly afraid of detractors to where he thinks a detractor will go do something to him. You know what I mean? Even though they probably would just say hello. Like if I saw him, I would just say, what up? What up, Herman? Good to see you, brother. Shout out to Herman the Great. I'm glad you're here. I was just talking about you yesterday. I hope we get to see you more this winter. I did a show with Bambi earlier. But it's definitely good to see Herman the Great. And back to the DSP video.
Like literal last chance. If anyone wanted to support, I'm going to be out of here in a minute. I've hung out with.
I'm surprised as many streams as he does. He says, guys, this is your last chance. Like, think about that. This is your last chance. And he says it every time. It's like, last chance, Phil, you're going to be doing another stream. Like he gets robotic at times when he's asking
The,
for these donations.
Yo, forget about it. Well, it's just wash, rinse, and repeat. It's the same thing over and over. I just got the notification for the daily wrap. How you pronounce the game he's playing? Sukoden?
Oh,
Sukoden?
daily rap. I will play that after this.
Sukoden 2 is chill, but Ballad of Gay Tony is a disaster. That's the title of it.
And Ballad of Gay Tony's the better game too for his audience. He don't
Okay.
get it. Here's the
Right.
problem. He has a couple guys that'll wail out on him. Like I'll put it in bowling terms. He's got a couple Hazelwoods, and those Hazelwoods will be like probably behind the scenes. We'll say, "Hey, man, play this, and I'll make sure I take care of you." Phil would tell you he doesn't listen to one person about games, but he truly does. Because if every game's value is, based on money, then the two dents you're trying to make happy, you're just making them happy, or the handful, the 5 people. Because Squee Coden, that game you just mentioned, that game is a game you play when you're at home by yourself, or like on Discord, you're not live. That game is so old that it's really, really boring to watch. That's why I can't believe how dumb this guy is. Because he fucking, even though the dents might only pull out money for certain games, if you force fed them the good game, Phil, they would come out of the money eventually. And I think sometimes these donors, I think they personally like fucking with Phil. Like, let's see if we just give him money for the shitty game. Maybe he'll just play the shitty game, and we won't donate for the good game. That's how I'd be. If Phil
He's
was
like a monkey.
I don't get it. I don't know what happened. If none of
In the title of the text of the title, he's got "is a disaster" in all caps with 3 exclamation points.
You guys now for an hour, so I hope that you enjoyed, and thanks to those who did. But it is what it is. Yes, sadly the Ballad of Gay Tony playthrough from 12 years ago, because I left the in-game music in. A lot of that music got muted and blocked on YouTube. So if you try to watch the original,
he tells his story every fucking stream because he's trying to hint at, guys, I'm not getting as much money on these videos because I'm getting copyrighted. Because in GTA, when you're driving around in the car, the music played on the radio copyrights your stream on YouTube.
Okay.
playthrough, there were
Not a
entire chunks
strike,
with no audio.
just you
and
can't
there's
make any
nothing I
money.
can do to fix that.
Right.
That's YouTube. What happened was in
Demonetizes
2012,
it, I guess.
YouTube didn't give 2 shits about what was in a video at all, music-wise. All of a sudden in 2013, they turned on this content ID match system, and it retroactively went back on old content and scrubbed it. And like, well, wait.
I love the kick chat. All the fucking comments about money. Any money before he leaves, guys? You're a true champion. Some of these deaded comments, it's almost like you can't even put what you really want to say to Phil because he'll just block you.
Oh, I
Bro,
believe that. He right? He blocked
He said
you.
what?
I said, didn't he block you?
Yeah, and I don't know if it was him or a moderator, but I think it was on the day where literally one day he came to stream. And to me, I'm up at like 7, 8 in the morning. You know what I mean? Even if I'm up late, I'm usually up very early. This dude would look like and I'm like, and he's on the West Coast where it's 3 hours later. And he came into the stream and it looked like he just rolled out of bed. And I think I made a comment. I'm like, did you just wake up, Phil? Or I don't know if someone thought I was being a smart ass, but I was like, Phil, it looks like you just woke up. Or I don't know if that's why I got blocked. It was on that day, though. Maybe it wasn't for that comment. But basically, he has these moderators that are like some little sissies. And they'll fucking block anyone just to, make Phil think they're doing their job.
Right.
Gonzo said a helium tank, some balloons, and a Sharpie would make big money if you could draw DSP's face on the balloons. You know what? They actually gave me an idea. Well, I'm not on Local Live, but when they fucking take those donations to write people's names on their wall, that's what they should get as a helium tank. Everyone that donates, make a balloon and write their name on the balloons. They made $1,000 writing people's names on walls. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, Jesus. Is it really that simple?
Wait a minute. Why are you applying this to previous things? Doesn't even make sense. When the law goes into effect, it doesn't retroactively go back and punish people for things before the law existed, right? Like right now, if they outlawed drinking from a level 1 podcast mug, you couldn't arrest me for the fact that I was drinking from this for a year because the law didn't exist, until right now. So why did YouTube retroactively go back and scrub everyone's content, erasing shit for a policy they didn't turn on until 2013? It doesn't even make sense, okay? But they did. So all my playthroughs from pre-2013 got hit with this, and tons of them have giant muted parts, actual entire missing parts of the playthrough, and there's nothing I can do about that at all. Now, folks, I do want to say thank you for chilling tonight. We had an hour of chilling, but, I'm sorry, because I know people came here for GTA. You didn't get it. I'm sorry. Again, I will do my best to try to get it so that we can do GTA, Ballad of Gay Tony with mods. Hopefully Thursday night. Worst case, maybe next week. Okay? But it is what it is. I did my best. I hope that you guys still enjoyed the stream regardless. Okay?
I got to say, Phil, it does sound like you're talking to adults when you talk.
That is it. And thanks for watching. Peace out. All right.
Look, that's the fake peace out.
Everyone, that is it for me tonight.
You get 2 peace outs with this guy.
And got no support at all. So, but again, people didn't come for this, right? People came for GTA 6 and people didn't enjoy this, then I'm sorry. I did my best, right? All right. So tomorrow, there is no podcast. Tomorrow morning.
Which, right there, boom, Phil. That's costing you big money you're not doing your podcast. It is. You don't realize it. But that's less people are watching you, and you need some of these detractors to keep you afloat. I don't know how it works out, but somehow the detractors covering Phil just brings him money somehow.
Wow.
Well, there'll be like a half an hour hangout to build up attendance.
Yeah, it's the reality. It's how I found him, was through detractor content. I don't know how much of Phil I'd watch if there wasn't all the videos on it.
I hope that we make great progress.
Right.
Because I want to get through it. It seems like I'm getting
because the detractors make it interesting to come back to see what he's going to make.
Improved controls and all of that.
You start to learn everybody in the group.
In like 2.5 hours. This time we have like 4 hours.
You start to see how delusional Phil is, and you want to see how long could this keep up.
And tomorrow night is Gears of War Reloaded with mods. Excuse me, with mods. Gears of War Reloaded campaign is what I meant to say. We're doing the campaign of Gears of War tomorrow night and continuing on from last night. Now you know, all right? Now you know that I'm doing that, so hopefully people will show up for it. Like last night, it was a last-minute swap, so people didn't know. Hopefully you'll be here for it tomorrow night, okay? All right, guys, thank you so much. Have a good night. I will see you all in the morning. Peace out. Good night.
All right, so he only made, let me turn on the daily wrap from tonight. He only made $69 on that stream, and if he got super chats, it's really less than that if you take YouTube's cutout, unless he got just one tip. Let me go to DSP Gaming. But yeah, if he's doing less podcasts, like for instance, when he usually doesn't do the podcast, I might have him on in the background, but I'm not paying attention as much. Okay. I like listening to the podcast and listening to him complain about why he thinks this game's not making him money or this or that. When he goes straight into the game, like he used to have interesting gameplay commentary, but he doesn't put any effort anymore. And the problem was some of his commentary got him in trouble to where he's afraid because he doesn't know how to be funny without being like racist or, saying something stupid.
Right. He doesn't think before he speaks.
Here we go. The daily wrap. Yeah. Let's see what the other one was. There was another daily wrap. Oh, here we go, daily wrap.
Well, everyone, good evening and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Tuesday, the 2nd of September, 2025. If I describe today as anything but.
And this is a $70 face he starts off with. He had $70. The goal was $150. And that's all. Like, if he would have hit the 150, he would have been like, see, sometimes I don't have to play a game. I could just talk to you guys and, we could hit goals and we could have fun. Because what's funny, Phil, is you claim when you're playing the video game, you interacting with the chat is one of the reasons why people donate. Well, you don't realize, Phil, is your audience is very slow. I don't know why they donate. I think it's like attention. And sometimes you value them or you'll talk to them maybe more than most people are. But you did block somebody yesterday that gave you a $100 super chat because they were putting troll comments. And you didn't even count it towards the goal. You cost your own self the goal yesterday.
Disappointing. I'd be lying, okay? Here's what happened today. First of all, in the morning, we had a great level 1 podcast. On this podcast, we discussed more bad games for the upcoming Worst Games Ever marathon at the end of the month. I walked and...
He said, on this podcast, we discussed bad game marathon. So he's already talking about next month's marathon. Marathon is when he expects the most money from his people.
Right.
So he used to do it every 50 goals. Now, since that's kind of slowed up a smidge, he's now saying, I'm going to do a marathon back to at least one a month. So even if you don't go up 50 goals, he's still going to do the marathon. At one point, it looked like he was going to just do a marathon every 50 goals. But I love how the goal is to get you to a goal where you're going to spend more money. Because on one of his marathons, you have to pay $100 to get him to do a shot. He starts drinking, and you think there would be some entertainment there, right? No, this guy actually has found a way to somehow drink and become less entertaining at times.
Oh, Jesus.
Like, if he gets too drunk off that liquor, he literally turns into a female. Sometimes he'll start kissing the fan's ass in a very fucking, like, Jesus. Go back to just telling them motherfuckers to fuck off and shit. You know what I mean?
Excuse me. I watched and reacted to 2 or 3 trailers, one of which was the upcoming Road Kings driving sim game. Supposedly, it's hard to tell what it is, but you think it's a driving sim. I also reacted to that new Pokemon, like Howlcha versus Machamp promo vid that they released, as well as something else too. I can't remember what it was, but it was kind of a fun and chill podcast. And then we went right into Suicode N2 HD. That also went well, where we had major progress in the game. We actually, on this stream, got great support. We hit and exceeded a support goal. So we hit 42 goals. Suikoden went well. You can watch the gameplay on DSP Gaming. It's live. Just great progress and, solidly moving forward in the game. At this point, I'm probably around roughly a third into the game.
He told the guy that gave him $800 to fuck off because the dude started putting troll comments.
Tonight's late stream, I'd reserved.
I don't know what kind of sick bastard would give him 800 and then start trolling him.
DLC
That's very dead.
Grand Theft Auto 4. This is something that people have asked for the entire time that I played GTA 4 with mods. They said they wanted to see.
It's becoming so right there. Let me rewind a little bit real quick. It's becoming his go-to saying. The most bullshit thing you could ever hear this guy say. It'd be one thing in my chat, because I talk to everybody here. If everybody was telling me to play a certain game, it would be obvious. This guy in his chat on a daily basis will have people that aren't even really true fans. They pretend to be fans so they can sit in there and make borderline comments, to where they almost could get blocked to see his reaction. And one of them they do, and it's well covered by detractors, is they'll put, this game is boring. You'll just see people doing it all the time. Because sometimes, if Phil doesn't hit the goal and he sees 2 of those comments, he'll be like, look, Everybody's telling me not to play this game. Everyone's calling it boring or this or that. Or if you were a person that was a significant donor and you happen to put a snide comment about a game, he might look at your comment and go, yeah, it might be time to get rid of it. Because
Oh God.
he doesn't have the big enough audience to where the game really should matter. It shouldn't, Phil. It really shouldn't. Is there games that people are going to really not like you playing? Yes. But if you could just compact it to a certain couple games, you would do just fine. But every game that everyone wants to see you play, you shit on the game, you tear it apart, you say it's dead or whatever, or no one's watching it. Meanwhile, if you go look at your views, Phil, this is why I fucking hate your guts. You shitted on Mario Kart World. Guess what your number one videos are still? Mario Kart World. How do you explain that, Phil? One night it didn't hit the goal, but every night it had 400 people in there. And you got to believe that it would transition to money. And the one night it didn't hit the goal, it was like, I forget there was something behind it. But you should still be playing that game. And Bonanza, there were streamers from big YouTubes watching you play that game. Were they donors? No. But I did hear one person say, yeah, I would send a super chat or whatever. But the fact was, it was a 1.9 million subscriber YouTube channel watching your video. Are they ever going to watch you fucking play Gay Tony or whatever the fuck that other game was you were putting over that's junk? They're not going to watch you play that. They want you to play the game that makes you upset to where you shit on the game and you call out the game developers in an entertaining way that makes no sense. That's where your value is. Because other than that, usually if you like the game, Phil, it gets very boring. You're like, you check out at times. It seems almost like you're tired at times. And I don't blame you. You've been streaming for as many years as you have. But don't act like you run your business the way you're supposed to, because your business showed number-wise, and I thought you cared about those at one point. You showed with Mario Kart World, you care about yourself and you care about cash. You don't care about having people come there and enjoy watching you and all that shit. Like you said, it's not always about the money. I can't believe you had the balls to say that and with a straight face.
In Grand Theft Auto 4. This is something that people have asked for the entire time that I played GTA.
People have asked
mods.
for.
They said they wanted to see me do the new that DLC with
they said
mods to make it look obviously more modern and better. I'd only done one playthrough of this back like 12 plus years ago, and everyone wanted to see it again.
Everyone.
So finally, after the base game taking much longer than
everyone, he can't
expected,
even name
finally
like
beat.
Phil, you've lost some of your most loyalist supporters over the last month. Like, there's no Lucky Gremlin anymore. There's no more Don Fanucci. There's no more Trend. There's no more Void. You have blocked thousands of dollars. And some of those guys didn't do shit. They almost was like kind of similar to Bolin. They kind of just did some maybe shit that maybe you could have had a talk with them behind the scenes. But you're so scared of your own shadow, you couldn't fucking talk to a fan if your life depended on it. You're too afraid. That's why it's like, you know what? I used to call you the king of locales, but Keemstar doesn't say he's a locale. But if Keemstar ever put the title on himself that he's a locale, Keemstar would be the king because locales work for him. He could talk to them, and they will listen to him. No one wants to listen to you, Phil. They would just laugh at you. You might be the borderline king of the locales, but if Keemstar ever said I'm a locale, which he says he's not a locale, he would be king.
Didn't get yesterday. Tonight, that's what it was all about. Okay? We boot up the game. We boot up the DLC. The game starts loading. Shows the title splash, shows the characters and their character art. And after about 2-3 of them playing, closes and crashes. Try it again. Closes and crashes. Okay? Let's try to figure out what's going on here. People are searching on the internet, And they're like, well, there's a few suggestions.
I like to
And
let's
you can
figure out
delete
what's
your
going on.
auto-save
People were
files.
searching on the
Maybe you
internet,
can,
meaning not him.
go into, excuse me, this certain folder and look for this and that. So we were troubleshooting for like 20 minutes. We couldn't come to the bottom of what was going on. Then someone was like, well, wait a minute. Does the Lost and Damned work? Because if the Lost and Damned doesn't work, then obviously there's just an issue in general with the DLCs and the mods you've installed. I boot up the Lost and Damned DLC, loads on the first try, absolutely no problems. Game boots up fine. So now the question is, what's the difference between the Lost and Damned and the Ballad of Gay Tony? So everyone's kind of scratching their heads. In the meantime, I start scouring the files in the GTA folders, and I find one that's a log of things that's going on. And it shows that every single time that I tried to boot up the Ballad of Gay Tony, that the GTA 4 app would try to access the actual Rockstar Social Club network via a folder or...
For those of you at home with real problems, this is this guy's example of a problem he has, right?
something on the PC. Well, guess what? For those who don't know, the Rockstar Social Club closed in July. Games stopped using it. It doesn't even exist anymore. I guess what it was a way.
This guy makes six figures, and one of his bathrooms are still out of order.
Like achievements and your profile to it, so your friends could follow you on the Rockstar Social Club and say, "Oh, I see. Phil's been playing GTA 4's DLC. He's been playing Red Dead Online, stuff
People
like
don't
that."
talk like
right?
that, Phil.
But they don't use it anymore. They actually closed it entirely. So I'm not sure if I'm in some kind of a weird disconnect, or maybe the mods that I installed are not allowing the game to update properly, and it's still trying to access this social club. But we could see, we actually looked at it in this video that I made, in this hour of stream that I did. It's trying to access the social club, and it says error, can't access, access denied, and then it says closes the app. So, for what people understand, GTA 4 didn't have this feature. Lost and Damned didn't have this feature. It was only when the Ballad of Gay Tony released that they added in this feature. For some reason, it's still trying to access this feature, even though I don't have it working. You know what I'm thinking? Is this. Maybe what ended up happening here is I bought the game and installed it in early July, right before the social club had closed. Then I modded the game, and we've been playing GTA 4's main campaign. So this is just a hypothesis, and it could be completely wrong, okay? My game is stuck at this version where the social club still existed. When they closed
Sir,
the
I don't
social
think
club
Bolin
in
would
mid-July,
have an opinion on
the game doesn't
DSP. I don't
know
think
that.
he would know what he's
Base
looking
GTA
at.
4 didn't need the social club, so I was able to keep playing my playthrough and finish it yesterday. Now that I'm going to do the DLC, the game isn't updated, right? So it's just trying to keep accessing the social club, and when it can't work, it just closes the game. So I can't ever boot Ballad of Gay Tony. Now, maybe that's true, maybe not. The thing is, some people on stream who are fans of mine said, well, we have this, we bought it.
Well, what's funny about the Ballad of Gay Tony thing is somebody wailed out like 500 last week. So what he's probably addressing that wail right now. When he's like, I tried to play the game. I kept trying. Because remember, Grand Theft Auto was on the chopping block, Phil. And then that wail came out of nowhere. And all of a sudden, we're back to Grand Theft Auto like it was never going to leave.
You know, it's like, it's cheap. You can buy this game right now on Steam.
And it's a game you should finish anyway.
Off of Steam, we're booting it up with no mods, and we can access right away. We can play Ballad of Gay Tony, no problem. So I do think it has something to do with the mods. That's making it that this game either didn't update and disable the social club, whatever. But I can't play it. We tried for an hour straight. We tried everything, and I recorded it. I'll upload it. All right, tonight, if you want to see an hour of troubleshooting and this thing just failing.
If you want to see an hour of troubleshooting, that's how greedy he is. He has to upload a video to get the little views he gets. And he don't even make much off views. His views are lower than his detractors.
You did do well.
Way lower.
So, I said we were going to start it yesterday, but then it took way too long to beat the main story of the game.
And that's why Phil's hate for them is genuine. Because he knows they make more money than him, and that's got to probably make him sick. It'd make me sick.
So I ended up sitting here with an entire stream of almost 400 disappointed viewers. And I was like, guys.
Well, you know what, Phil? If you knew how to actually talk to your fans, which you don't, you probably could have calmed some of them down or maybe figured out a game or something you guys could have played, or maybe even tried to do your own lobby, which you would never do because you say the detractors will ruin it, even though you know there's a way. You're just afraid of playing with retards.
The problem is, we did that for an hour. We only have an hour left on stream. So I can't play another game. There's not enough time. What could you only play for an hour? Right?
Tons of shit.
So sadly, all we can do is
What
Q&A.
could
So
you
I did. I said,
only
"All right, we're
play
doing
for
show
an
with Phil."
hour?
So I did an
Are
hour
you
Q&A
serious?
video. It was all right. Like, we had fun, but literally no one supported. Tonight, I didn't even get halfway to my goal
Okay.
because of stupid technical issues with mods.
Boom.
So I'm going to say one
There
of
you go. There you have it. He goes, because of stupid technical issues. That is not why you didn't make your goal. You just have to tell yourself something every time. He can't ever avoid it. I always go, let's just see if today he goes, you know what, I didn't hit it. No, he'll go, no, I didn't hit it because fucking Valid Gay Tony came out at 1:30 and I bought it and I didn't buy the leopard skin package and everyone was upset.
two things here. Number one, this pisses me off because I've had nothing but problem with mods since I started using them this year. Dark Souls at first was working, stopped working, then we had to find a way to fix it. Eventually we got it working. GTA, if you remember the debacle, we couldn't get GTA with mods working at first. It was a big nightmare. Okay? There
Phil,
are
to
a
be
few
fair,
things where
mods ain't
can
easy. You got to be a computer. I don't even know how to do mods.
The American Truck Sim game had official mods that you could install. We installed one that actually
Truck
added
Sim's
in
gone,
things
Phil.
like real-life
Remember
businesses to the
yesterday?
game.
It's
That
gone.
would work, but that was actually directly through the game and everything. Super easy to do. It just seems
That
like
was
PC
yesterday.
modding
Today's
is a
today.
fucking hassle.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry. I kind of said this for years. I said, I get the feeling it's going to be overcomplicated. It's not going to be the trouble that it's worth, right? It's so much trouble to get this to work. It was a big nightmare getting GTA 4 to work with mods. When I finally got it working, the playthrough did good, but it wasn't like everyone was like, oh my God, it's the best playthrough ever because there's mods. People liked the mods for a stream or two and were like, it's GTA 4. Well, no kidding, right? So is it really worth it? Because I feel like tonight, this is a whole wasted stream. I could have been doing anything else. If I had announced that we were doing Chill with Phil earlier, we would have had more people showing up,
No,
engaging, and supporting.
no,
But-
no, 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 no. This guy is so delusional. If I would have made the announcement earlier that we were doing Chill for Phil, the same people come watch you all the time. If I would have announced Chill for Phil, more people would have came. You are fucking out your mind to not be smart enough to know that the same couple hundred people were there. If they would have knew it was a Chill for Phil, you have to tell yourself something. Or you just can't let it go past. And go, look, we didn't get the money this week. Maybe they got to get paid a little bit more. It's the first of the month. You know, maybe some of them went out and splurged a little bit on themselves. Maybe they went and bought a train ticket like Billy. I can picture Billy doing the same thing with bowling that he does us. Hey, Kenny, I'm actually done over there. They got a couple guys over there that are wise talkers. You know, I like Reverend and that, but sometimes Pesci and Barkley they'll get a little mean to me.
When you do a stream where you say it's going to be one thing, that doesn't work. You try to adjust it on the fly, it doesn't work. It never does, right? Really, it just doesn't, and it's frustrating because this week, things are going good. We had hit 2 goals, looked like we may hit a third. I mean, I really feel like if Ballad of Gay Tony was tonight, we would have hit support goals. Instead, here I am sitting here.
He said things are going good. Somebody gave me $800 and told me to fuck off.
Talking with people for an hour. No one supported the stream. I don't blame them. I don't.
I don't blame them, but make sure it's addressed. And he doesn't blame them, but I bet you during that stream he was begging. Did you not beg, Phil? Why would you beg if you don't blame him?
But I think I need to stop setting myself up for failure. Like, these mod things maybe aren't worth it, right? So here's the thing. I'm not going to put Ballad of Gay Tony on the schedule until we figure out a way to get it to work. I don't know what's causing it to fail. I now have to reach out to the people who originally helped me with this modding back in July to see if they can troubleshoot it. and figure out what's causing this issue. If they can't, then I give up and we're done and we can't do Ballad of Gay Tony. Okay? It sucks, but we already lost one night.
If he
I
doesn't
had it
do that
scheduled
Ballad
again
of Gay
Thursday
Tony
night.
for all that
Sorry,
money he
I
took,
can't have another night stream
the
that's gonna
kick
be me sitting on
larpers
my
are
ass
going to
doing
eat
nothing.
him
So,
alive for months.
for now,
You
I'll
won't
let you
hear the
guys
end of
know
Gay
what
Tony.
happens. Talking
They
with
will
these
never
people,
let
if we
him
get it
come
to
back
work.
from that.
If we can, then Ballad of
Because
Gay
that's
Tony
what
is
his
Thursday
fan
night.
base does.
But if not,
If
it's
he
probably
gets
off
paid
the
money
table.
for something and
And
he
I'm
doesn't
probably
do
not
it,
gonna bother
they
with it.
make
And
him
it
pay.
sucks.
Even the
Lost their damn
non-fans,
work,
they
so
love
why
it.
not Ballad of Gay Tony,
They
right?
love
It's
Phil
too
fucking up like that.
complicated. It's too
Even though it's
frustrating.
nothing.
I just want to put out streams that entertain people. I can't do that when things
It's fucking bullshit. I want to put out streams that entertain people.
are not guaranteed to work. You know? It sucks. Because people can say, well, you play this game with mods, we can play this game with mods. They don't seem to be very reliable, do they? They don't. Seems like at any
Well,
given
Phil, why
moment,
don't you
something
tell
breaks,
people
something goes
why
wrong,
you're doing
you
the
end up trying to
mods?
figure out-
Because
and the
you were
problem
out of
is, it's too
ideas for
complicated for me to
games,
figure out on my own.
and those
I tried
games
an
you already
hour of
beat
troubleshooting
before.
with
But
chat,
with
nothing
mods, they
worked.
change,
So what are you gonna
even
do,
though
right?
they look
People
like
kept
the same shit.
insisting that my save files were in a folder. That folder didn't even exist. You know? So, I'm sorry if you were expecting Ballad of Gay Tony. So was I. I'm just as upset as everyone else here tonight. I wanted to play it, and the fact that it doesn't work pisses me off. I'll see if I can get it working with the help of others. If not, it's off the table and we'll figure something else out. Whether it's
He has to
new
act
game,
mad because of the
another
money
new
he
game
got to
added
play
the rotation,
Ballad of
we have
Gay
an extra
Tony.
stream of another game as
Of
a night
course.
stream, so we get extra gameplay. I'll
He's
try to
ripping
let
his
you all know
fans
by
off.
the end of
What
tomorrow.
little he
Because
has
obviously
left.
Thursday night stream is currently up in the air, and this is going to also affect future streams. You know, this was going to be an ongoing playthrough, and now it may not be. Okay.
Oh, and you know what? To be honest, I'm hoping he doesn't play Gay Tony because the comments in his fucking chat, even though those people really don't give a shit, they just know he took money one night and said, "Look, if I make this amount of money, I'll play Gay Tony." They'll never let you see the end of that, Phil, because that's what your audience is. They're just LARPers. Some of them are detractors. Some of them are they're your fans to a degree.
Very frustrating, and I'm sorry. But again, now I was on pace. Like, man, if we keep getting good support, I can maybe do DSP tries it this week. Not anymore. Right now, I'm at 42 goals with only 3 streaming days left.
Dude, we
It's not
feel like
anyone's
we've had a
fault.
lot of
It just
DSP
sucks.
tries
It's
it, Phil.
because I'm relying on mods to
Let
work,
it
and they
breathe a
don't
little
always work.
bit.
All right. Well, guys, tomorrow should be a good day, hopefully. Tomorrow
Already
morning
told
will
us
not
what he's
be a
doing tomorrow at the
podcast.
beginning of the
We're
stream.
going to go right into a half an hour build-up session, and then at noon, we're going to start, noon Pacific time, that is. We're going to start with Metal Gear Solid Delta. Last time was a
Hello,
great
sweetheart.
Stream. This time is going to be a stream with no podcast, so it'll be even more gameplay.
Hello,
Probably around 3.5
RA.
to 4
Shout out
hours
to the
gameplay.
beautiful RA
I'm hoping for
Garcia.
great progress. I'm hoping to beat multiple bosses to get a good chunk into this
Thank
game.
you so much,
and
sweetheart.
have a
I'll
lot
see
of
you
fun.
during
I
your
hope you'll
live
join me for that
today.
tomorrow's daytime stream.
I was asleep
Tomorrow
last night.
is the first formally scheduled stream of Gears of War Reloaded campaign. We did it last night, but it hadn't been formally scheduled. It was an on-the-fly schedule change, so we didn't have all the people there who were interested. Hopefully,
Shout out
you
to
can
RA.
be there on Wednesday night to hang out with me, engage, and support with the Gears of War stream, and we'll hit another goal like we did last night. That would be superb if we did, okay? So, sorry about today. I'm as disappointed as you are. Hopefully tomorrow everything will go smoothly, and hopefully tomorrow we'll have some good news in regards to fixing GTA 4's Ballad of Gay Tony, and we'll go from there. All right, guys? All right, thank you so much. Everyone, please have a good night. I'll see you in the morning. Peace out.
Where is the Kino video? Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play. Today, look at me. What's the name of that channel? Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. The quartering guilts his viewers into paying his mortgage?
Hannah Claire was fucking rattled. Just guess, what do you think that quartering says he's going to do or be able to do to someone who calls him fat in real life and presses him?
All right.
It's time for the quarter cast. You want to do yours first or mine?
Yeah,
yours
sure.
is
Mine's
shorter.
Mine's fast.
All right, so let's see how the Sam Tripoli appearance went.
All right, so there's one section here. Here we go. You ready?
Gotta tell you something.
Yeah,
dude.
what do you got?
I respect you so much, dude. I just need you to know that.
Thank you, man.
You're an American dream, dude.
You're an American dream, dude. Buddy, it's so fucking like Hannah Claire can't help but fucking laugh at quartering. Quartering.
What's funny is the quartering looks like he's dressed like a homeless dude. The guy makes fucking millions of dollars off YouTube. He's up there. He doesn't even look polished. He looks like he just rolled out of his bed. I don't blame Casino for clowning on this guy.
He's reacting like he just got his sucked by the hottest 10 out of 10 at the Playboy Mansion. This is all he ever wanted to hear and more. He just had to pay, buddy, to say it.
Yeah, American dream. Well, Sam doesn't know that quartering's in dire fucking financial straits.
Buddy,
right now.
Luke looks like he's 60 years old. He looks like he's in his 50s. What happened?
Like Hannah's like, he's not the American dream.
Simple Luke out there.
No, what's this? So he's the American dream, right? Watch this.
You show that, dude. It doesn't matter where you are, you can make it happen. I've always said that. I use you as an example all the time. I tell
Love
people,
it.
man, look at Jeremy from the Quarterling, dude. That guy just
The quarterling. Look at Hannah Claire. It's the fakest smile. She's so embarrassed. She's fucking cringing, dude. Like, look at that.
The quarterling.
She fucking hates the quarterling, bro.
I know all about
She
you.
knows
the
he's a
quarterling.
fucking fraud. Yeah, dude. I always tell everybody about the quarterling.
make example all the time. I tell
Love
people,
it.
man, look at Jeremy from the Quarterling, dude. That guy just made it
Oh,
freaking
she's in
happen.
pain.
She's like,
Oh.
So I said to tell you that, dude. I have a lot of respect for you, and I'm very
Did you
happy
see
to be on the
quartering
show.
just grab his? Did you see that?
Happened. So
Bring it
said-
back. There, look at it. He jerked himself to the compliment. He was cranking it. He was hogging his Hogan. Watch.
We're gonna do a 0.25 speed.
Let's bring it into slow mo. He's hogging his Hogan to the thought.
Made it freaking happen. So
There it is. There it is in
that.
4K. Quartering caught jerking off to Sam Tripoli's glaze. Whoa, he used that glaze as lube, even though it was false glaze.
Holy shit, dude!
Dude, I have a lot of respect for you, and I'm very happy to be on the show.
Thanks so much, man. I
Or
really
like
needed
the
that boost today.
goonering. Yeah, he did. He's been struggling. Look at Sam. He's like, man, I just did this Make-A-Wish for this fucking dying whale. And I wish I didn't. But the paycheck he offered was so substantial that I felt like, you know what? I'll give him this. I'll give the quarterling his due. He's the American dream. More like Americone dream, the fat.
And what's funny is the guy they're talking about right now, Kino Casino's talking about Jeremy the Quartering. What's funny is Jamie the Quartering, who was $1 million YouTube maker, is slowly becoming a locale to where he starting to beg his audience for money and to get his employees paid. And he's got all this nice shit, but he acts like he needs money. He tries to push his coffee company that ended up being a failure, and he's dropping shit left and right, and he's starting to demand more money from his fans, and he's not even that entertaining.
You're fucking killing me, dude.
I had many drinks.
The guy talking
yesterday at
right
the
now,
Renaissance
that's
Fair.
Jeremy.
He has so many drinks. Look at Hannah Claire. She's like,
again?
She's like, how is this my boss? She's got like 1,000-yard stare going. Someday it's gonna come out. She's gonna be like, I was so embarrassed to work with him. I had to pay my bills. He kept asking for feet pictures. It was really hard.
Look, Hannah, when you want to reveal all, you have a place, a platform
Don't
to
worry.
reveal all the secrets.
And I'm a little.
You could tell though, like you're right, Ashton. It's like her face. That's not a real smile.
No, she's like concerned. And so is Tripoli. Like Tripoli's like got a cope smile and a half going on. Like,
Yeah.
oh
It's
man.
bad. Well, these are not real smiles.
behind the 8 ball, and then I was
Well,
like,
Luke's
well,
not even bothering to smile. Like he's just like,
Sam's coming on, so I can't like. The last time I had a guest on, I wasn't totally prepared. I never heard the end of it.
yeah, no
Yeah,
doubt.
it's shocking.
Wow, what a
You know what he
surprise.
said? You know what he said to Sam Tripoli? He's like, I swear to God, he said this.
Okay.
I should have put it in. I should have put it in. He goes, I didn't know anything about you, so I had to watch you on Joe Rogan at ×3 speed before you came on.
Stop! Oh my God!
Very early on, the first 3 minutes, guys. You
buddy,
can
it
find,
can't.
I swear he said
be.
that. It's
We
awesome.
should have put it in, buddy. We
Sorry.
should have put it in.
I had to watch.
All right.
What's
So
amazing?
now we have quartering
Well, I gotta
about
get my
his
order.
mortgage and his fatness.
No
So
problem.
let's all enjoy this. Now, this is without any, or this is how the show started. And just imagine you're quartering. This is your show. This is what all your years of building this business has led to.
Oh my God, dude, this is so funny. Okay, here we go.
Go. That should go. Okay.
By the way, folks, no intro, no music, no countdown, no welcome to the quarter cap. And
No,
we're
he's
live.
just got his hands together asking for money. Hey, where's my cut? Hey, where's the memberships, huh? Hey, capiche?
By the way, he sounds tired, doesn't he?
Well, Hannah Claire's already felt it. She's staring down at the felt. She's like, yeah, all my dignity's been taken. I have no financial security. My boss blew everything on these PS5s. I have no salary. Melanie Max just deer in headlights, fucking clueless with her cringe Nightmare on Elm Street, Nightmare Before Christmas, fucking chair cover and posters in the background. Oh man. You know that she respects Jesus because she put her Jesus piece under her choker. As all good Christian modest women do, they make sure that their Jesus piece is right underneath 3 separate chokers.
I'm back.
Jesus.
It's very trad.
People say the 3 Stooges.
Should we be live now? Only have 10,000 people waiting. No.
Oh my.
Oh man, look at his eyes. That face when there's 10,000 people waiting and you're all fucking deer in headlight dummies. Like zoom in on his eyes. He looks fucking stressed, bro. Like he looks real stressed. Fucking Melanie Mack looks like she just shit a brick. You know, she's like, "Whoa, we're live." Hannah Claire is just
She
disappointed.
doesn't give a fuck. Buddy, if you had, if anyone had 10,000 watching live, you'd be tap dancing like, let's,
yeah,
like, I want to hear that
Big
again.
deal.
Hey.
Should we be live now? Only have 10,000 people waiting. No big deal. 12,000 people. There we are. Sorry, everybody. We were.
Oh my God,
Even
it's like a
they don't
child.
believe. There's
No, they don't believe.
12,000 people.
Look, you think Hannah Claire believes it? Like,
Buddy.
look at like Melanie Max giving it the side eye straight up. She's like, "There's no 12,000 people here."
There's maybe 1,000. Like that's being
That's
generous.
being very generous.
Very
We looked at
generous,
the chat speed. We said 500 at most, and even that was like in all reality, it was probably 200 or 300. But we'll give them 1,000, which is like tripling what they actually had.
100%.
Totally over.
You know, it's bad.
I fucking
when you have
hate Jeremy.
30,000 watching live, and you see the same guy in their chat
The same people
constantly.
in chat. Yeah, and it's the only people making it move is the same 6 guys.
And you're like, what?
Bring out over the fact that Taylor Swift, the first pillar in Hannah Claire's prediction of the second Trump presidency, has fallen.
Oh.
Now she has to get pregnant, and then we could bring it home with the Trump baby boom. That
Taylor Swift. Anyone?
So
talking
this
about
is
Taylor
the
Swift thing
quartering show
deserves-
at this point. So this is his political show that's saving America. We're under attack by the woke left, but Taylor Swift's gonna save us, guys. Taylor Swift's pregnancy is gonna save the channel. This is what quartering's doing.
Well, she's now what, engaged? Who cares?
He must be dying inside. Like, they talked about this for like a good 10 minutes.
That's
and then they had
insane.
another segment about it later on in the show when Trump gave his take. They just broke away from everything else to cut to Trump's take on it, which was that he wished them luck. And they freaked out about it. They were so hype.
That did not happen.
No, it did.
Holy
has to
Look,
be.
I'm telling you, that is true. You did predict this.
She did,
I
yeah.
want you guys to believe, and you don't have to like Taylor Swift to believe this. Like the most visible straight pop star getting engaged to hunky American football.
Okay, look, I don't
Go ahead.
think you should hit women. But-
Okay. Shut
Okay.
it down. Whoa.
Yeah, I'm
buddy.
kidding, obviously. But like,
What
Hannah,
the
shut the up. Holy
man.
shit! What a fucking.
Player, like we're back. Come on, heterosexual marriage. This is it.
Yeah.
Have a
Like-
baby immediately. The
Got
numbers
to.
are gonna
So
rise.
this is the cope is that white birth rates are going to be saved by Taylor
Oh
Swift.
yeah.
Listen, if we
sure.
have to rely on Taylor Swift to save the white race, it probably deserves to die.
Yeah. No,
I
for
don't know
sure.
what to
I
say.
agree.
Like it's oh guys, every woman's going to want to get this though. This is the 9/11 though for any fucking guy who's in a serious relationship in his late 20s. He's
Oh,
He's gonna
now
have to
they're
propose.
gonna.
It's over. They're gonna be expecting the ring like pronto.
Look, Taylor's getting married. Whoa. This is 9/11.
This is
Baby
it.
records. She's gonna have her mother. Her first album will be called
What
Mother.
did we say today that was really funny about 9/11 too? What was the thing?
Oh, 9/11 too. Well, the idea was, well, I can't exactly say the genesis of where this happened, but somebody's taking a flight on September 11th, and
Oh,
we
yes,
said like,
yes,
well,
yes.
would you want to fucking really fly on September 11th? Because like, there's so many people that would want to do a terror attack on September 11th.
But then Ashton's like,
then-
but wait a second. You said, go ahead.
Well, wait a minute. They'd be like, they wouldn't want to be the squad that allowed 9/11-2 electric boogaloo. So on that day, you'd think security would be more vigilant. So it might actually be the safest day to fly. Because they're like, we're not going to let 9/11-2 happen on our watch, are we? Really? But, so we had this discussion.
When you went, wait a second, why would they?
Motherhood or something like
Uh,
that.
mm-hmm.
So if Demi
Very
Lovato
funny,
gets
very
pregnant as well, and JoJo Siwa,
By the way, she is
Just the way she
completely-
said JoJo Siwa, like it nails on the fucking chalkboard, man. Imagine having to listen to that. No wonder she's manless. No wonder she's ringless and a walled fucking hag living with her. JoJo Siwa, Taylor Swift, Demi Lovato. Okay, so now here we have quartering is upset because women are posting their glow ups where they lost weight after the divorce.
Yeah, I saw this. I saw this on Twitter. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like the whole take is, well, if you weren't like fat and like fucking let it go, maybe you'd still be married, right? That's the take.
Yes.
Given up. She's the wrong combo. She's super fat and has no boobs.
well, I mean, yeah, that is a bad combo.
Drinking.
By the way, she's not in that great a shape here. She's it's pretty clear to me.
Quartering, look in the mirror, you fat f. Look at your fucking 3 necks. Look at his fucking shit. Zoom in on his neck. What's
Oh my
going on,
God.
bro? What is going on, bro? When you have fucking like, look at that. It's like there's a fucking, you know what it's, what is it? The headrest, the airplane pillow, the travel pillow.
Like a mini version of it.
He has like a built-in half travel pillow in his neck of fat stored up.
Wait, what is
But he's
that?
talking about this woman? Like, what is actually going on?
You're actually
So
right.
the entire show, by the way, is based around hating fat people because he wants to simp for Melanie because Melanie hates fat people. But the problem is that Quartering himself is fat, and not just like a little fat. He's morbidly obese, like gargantuanly obese, to where he's been a card-carrying member of the Council of Obesity for a long time. We grant him the rank of master on the Council of Obesity. But we're going to have to revoke his card because this is fat on fat violence. This isn't okay. We have a rule book that was passed down to us by Boogie 2988 and John Candy. It was crafted in secret. And this piece of shit is in violation of the fat on fat violence code, section 314, subparagraph A.
Oh my God. By the
People
way,
of calories are under attack. They are.
Okay, she's thick, obviously, but like compared to this, like well, it's a lot better.
No, it was a big improvement. No,
and she's obviously
But,
still
you know,
working out. Like, what are you talking about? Like,
well, we have to give Quartering credit for doing better because he only drank 15 beers instead of the whole 2-4, and he only ate 3 cheese fritters instead of 9.
Yeah.
But we can't give this bitch any sort of credit for, you know, taking control of her health and losing weight because it spited some man somewhere.
yeah, and people in
Like,
chat
it's
are saying
just-
she's not fat at all. Like, she's thick, but like she's like muscular thick from holding all the weight for all
I
those
don't
years.
know. Like Quarter's like pointy, I would smash. It's like I don't know. She's doing all right for having been as fucked up as she was.
Exactly.
Drinking.
By the way,
Everyone's saying like he's saying I would. This person in chat would. Okay, so like all right.
she's not in that great a shape here. She's it's pretty clear to me there's some like look how big her trunk is.
What a
homie.
What, buddy? I don't know. Men
Men
tend to
like
like
that
thick
shit.
asses. Like, what are you fucking?
They like thick asses
Oh,
and legs
no.
and legs like that. It's the thick build. You know what I mean? Like every chick has to be like
Big
super thin.
trunk. Yeah, I don't know, buddy. That's retarded.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, she's still
Compared
got
to
a
her
ways
mid,
to go.
she's got
for
a long
sure.
way to go.
Well, sure.
To be what?
Everyone
Like,
has
to be
work
Look
to go.
Look at Hannah Claire. Hannah Claire doesn't agree with this, and you can tell. Hannah Claire's like, "What are we doing here?"
Hannah, wake up. It's time to quit this fucking place.
Well, she needs his paycheck, is why she's there.
I don't mean to offend anybody, but it's just true.
Here we go.
Societally, I'm gonna break from the upstroke.
Bro, look what she used to look like. Bitch is fucking like advanced 10 levels. What are you talking about?
She's gained at least 4 points.
Yeah.
You know, or you know,
How dare she not lose 180 pounds in a year? Like, what are you fucking talking about? Be realistic here.
Okay.
No, actually, I don't think either one.
I do agree on the point where it's like, well, maybe if you stayed fit while your man was with you, he would still be with
then
you. And
you still with them or whatever. But
Sure,
there's a lot of
yeah.
situations where you need a radical change in your life to actually have radical change.
Exactly. yeah,
So,
true,
like,
true.
if you're in the same relationship or the same job or the same lifestyle, you probably aren't going to actually make the radical change to lose the weight. Not to endorse divorce or whatever, but I don't know. Like, Quartering, it's just rich for him to say this while he's fat as And now he's going to give this take where he goes, "Whoa, I'm going to offend you." And Hannah Claire and Melanie are like, "Well, hold on. Like, what could you possibly say about women that would offend us? We're the ultimate pick-me femoids that agree with anything a man says, no matter how pig-headed or retarded. We're here to co-sign it, sir."
Maybe
Funny
they're
you're gonna
just
disagree.
sluts taking money.
But like,
Gotta be really spicy to make us mad.
societally, we have the she got kids.
Yeah, he pays both of those girls to be on that podcast with him.
Sir, you know, like, we don't even want to vote. Say we should be barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen, and that women shouldn't even be classified as human beings. So what are you going to say that's going to offend us, sir? Well, he's going to do his fucking best.
Is he? Okay.
So she got,
Gotta be really spicy to make us mad.
societally, we have the, oh, she got kids, so she got fat.
Right.
Nonsense.
Right.
Nonsense.
I'm glad Tito Casino's calling this guy out now.
Fucking rattled.
Kids, so she got
was
fat.
pissed.
Right.
Nonsense.
Oh
Look
my
at that.
god.
She fucking her eyes start up to the heavens. She's like, how the f do I have to deal with this in order to pay my bills?
She's actually looking
This
at
guy-
him. Look.
So
I think she
looking
enjoys
at
it more
his
than you guys
panel,
even
like,
know.
Are
She
you
probably
really
it's easy money.
eye rolling? She's like, are you really putting us through this humiliation ritual where
No,
we
he
have
ain't
to
paying
shit
them
on
anything
women that went
bullshit
through
either.
pregnancy? Now, mind you, Melanie Mack has never been pregnant, never had kids. The
No.
one person on this panel who has is fucking eye roll.
Yeah.
And it's like, Jeremy's like, it's nonsense. There's no excuse for a woman to gain weight during pregnancy. What's your excuse there, Jabba? What's your excuse, you fat pile of shit?
85% say that's an acceptable bad bitch.
He said you fat pile of
15%
shit.
saying she's still fat and I'm gay.
Nonsense.
Right.
Nonsense. I know
I
a
mean,
lot of
that's
women that
crazy.
didn't explode
Snatch.
from having a kid. Yeah, I mean,
Bring
you're
it
supposed to
back.
gain what? 10?
Quarter
did-
will give you 10 pounds. That's all you can gain from your pregnancy. And he expects it to be immediately off. Never mind the fact that the woman who just went through her entire body changing has given birth and is now expected to take care of the child, which means that, you know, you're not fucking sleeping, you're stressed out all the time.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to fall back on crutches of indulgence and stuff like that. No, he expects that you're also going to be strict diet, strict exercise regimen, and also care for his child. And he's not going to have to do fucking anything or lift a fucking finger. Yeah, it makes sense.
Look, if he was like a fitness instructor or at least in decent shape, he could say these opinions, you know. Okay.
You know, like if he was all about
Health,
discipline and
discipline, yeah.
motivation,
Mhm.
if he
Sure.
was like what that guy Goggins or whatever, yeah, you know what? Like he's a motivational fitness instructor, speaker. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, there's
exactly.
no excuse. If he was that Asian lady that's had like 7 kids, but she's still fit, then maybe he could fucking talk. But he has no probably is never going to have
And
kids
then
because he's
maybe he can
infertile. And
fucking
he's trying to
talk.
tell women like about the expectations that he has for their bodies. Like, what the f is wrong with this guy?
Yeah.
To explode
Snatch.
from having a kid. Yeah, I mean, you're supposed to gain what, 10 to 15 pounds or whatever it is, 10% of your body weight, or not.
Hey, Dr.
Look at
Jeremy,
Hannah Claire.
shut up. Like, Dr.
Look
Jeremy.
at even Melanie Mack is like, what the f are we doing? 400-pound man talking about how women should only gain 10 pounds during pregnancy. The
Jesus.
baby alone might be 10 fucking pounds.
He's insane.
You know, whatever it is. And like,
Yeah.
there's
You know,
a
what
built-in
the-
excuse for women to get fat because they're pregnant. And
Right. Well,
like,
that's
so like, I,
Right.
Whoa, look at Hannah Claire. Hannah Claire is depressed, dude.
You would be too.
Oh, dude.
Imagine you were a co-host on the Quarter Planet show. Quartering Planet show.
I can say for my marriage, I mean, my wife never really gained any weight. She still wears the same jeans she did in high school, but like,
You don't have kids.
Oh
you don't
my
have kids.
God.
Yeah, exactly, Quartering. He doesn't have any kids, buddy. It's easy for you to say. Like, now, look at Hannah Claire. Like, she's like, fucking, are you for real?
Listen, your wife is bashing Tyrone on the play and fucking
But by
Air
the way, I
Tyrone.
don't even believe him that she didn't gain any weight. I'm pretty sure she has, but okay.
Yep.
You know?
like, I mean,
As per Jeremy's requirement.
that is my requirement.
Okay.
But like,
So Jeremy required. Look at her. She's not pleased. She fucking threw in that felt on him because it's like, yeah, Jeremy's requirement is that his wife never gain a pound. Meanwhile, he's put on about 200 pounds of weight
Mhm.
since they got together in high school. but it's on her to stay fit while he gorges himself like a fucking pig and never does any exercise. Right. Okay.
But like, I wanted to start to get healthy, and I'm only in like the early stages. I mean, it took a long.
Stop it. The early stages. You've made no progress, sir. And like this thing is, it's like, listen, I could be making all sorts of progress. I wouldn't fucking say it because everyone looks at you. You're a fucking blob, PPP, you fat. No one wants to hear this from fat people. Do the fucking work, lose the fucking weight, and then tell us all about your incredible journey and your health transformation. But look at him here. You can tell he's fucking lying. Look in his dopey fucking eyes. Dope. Like, and look at Melanie Mack. She's very skeptical that quartering is in the midst of his health journey. And so is Hannah Claire. Hannah Claire is like staring off into space, trying to think of Disneyland. Trying to think of, oh my God, if I quit this show, there won't be a roof over my head. I won't be able to feed my child.
No, she's playing Bejeweled.
Yeah.
Playing Bejeweled too.
Playing Candy Crush or Bejeweled. She's disassociating.
But like early stages? Like, what do you mean? Day one?
You know, like I haven't seen any difference in this guy in the last year.
Well, I have.
He looks the same as
gets bigger and bigger. Like it's the opposite of what should be happening.
Long time. I was basically I wasn't fat when we started dating, but by
well maybe
the time I got married, I was fat.
Right.
So what's your excuse? Were you pregnant?
Yeah.
It wasn't because I got lazy. It was
right. No, it had nothing to do with you being lazy at all. For sure, buddy. Fat people definitely aren't lazy. Like, you can't bullshit the bullshitter, bud. Like, what are you fucking talking about, pal?
Okay, everyone, let's make some guesses here.
Buddy,
Thyroid.